Oh, hi, you guys. You are live.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Awesome. Hi.
Hello.
So, I'll set the scene a little bit before we begin, and then I'll give you guys a chance to introduce your characters and tell us how they fit into this scene. Just so we start off right on the right foot. I'm picturing a sort of seaport city. It's quite hot, not arid, but hot. There's a lot of sand around. There's a lot of flat roofs, sandstone buildings. Very pale, but there's a lot of vibrant life around. There's markets, there's a lot of music, a lot of noise in the city. You guys will be in, or at least one of you will be in one of the taverns, waiting for a contact. Now, of course, Katie, please introduce your character who is waiting for the person they have hired. Please explain which tavern they are in and tell us all about them.
So I'm Katie, and I'm playing Lord Kellum Airmorn. He's a half-elf who was exiled from his home for being suspected of murder. So he is waiting for Renee's character, Ace, I believe,
Yes.
because Ace is sort of like an investigator. He is waiting for her character to sort of help him find out who accused him of a murder.
Which leads us neatly onto Renee.
Perfect. I think that I've Kellum, how would I have heard from you?
Are you sort of like well known as a Barty person investigator?
Yeah, I think that the investigator part is a little bit more low key. The bard is a little bit more well known. You know, that's just how the business goes. You don't want everyone coming to you all the time for their lost cats.
Yeah, I think that Kellum might have seen you because he's been hiding out here, sort of low key, you know. So maybe he saw you perform and then asked around about you, and so he reached out to you.
Okay, so I think I come into this tavern and I'm kind of acting like it would be any other day on the job. I check in with the innkeeper. I say, hey, here, ready to go, and make sure that I can appear normal. And then I order a drink and casually go sit at the table next to yours.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I did something to Zoom and Zoom went away. And what? Okay. So I'm playing Balinor, a lizard folk barbarian, hulking mass of scales. Looks like a giant crocodile. Carries a giant whalebone sword with sharp teeth along the blade, and he's known around this town as the muscle kind of deal.
Okay.
So he just kind of kicks in the door of this tavern that everyone knows, and everyone just kind of stops and stares as he just slowly just stomps up to the counter and takes a seat, and he orders a drink. Just doesn't say anything. The bartender already knows and already has it pouring. He kind of nods. This gnome goes over to say, hey, can I have one of those? And he just kind of lets out this low crocodile hiss, and his one dead eye staring right at him.
I'll just get you that drink. He will just shuffle away. Though you can see somewhere in the room a manager looking at the door, just like. So perhaps Paggen, I think you're close by. Are you inside, outside? How are you dealing with the situation? Sorry, when I say Paggen, welcome back, Quince House.
Yes, hello. My name is Pagan Pilwicken. and I happen to be a gnome, as you can tell from my purple hair and my fabulous dress. I have a sword, so I assume that I know how to use it. I don't always remember things. In fact, I don't even remember why I'm supposed to be standing out in front of this tavern. But oh my gosh, look at that door. It's so broken. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll go see, maybe I'm a carpenter. I'm going to go inside and find out. Hello, does anyone need this door fixed? Because that might be something I can do.
And Ambly, could you please tag yourself to Pagan's character?
Yes, hello. I am Melon. I'm a wood elf ranger. I'm 12 years old, and I'm not really from this town. I'm actually traveling. I ran away from my parents, or I thought I would be sort of, I'm old enough to take care of myself and see the world. And now I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go to the tavern and hopefully find some food. I think I have enough coins. Maybe.
Okay, so as you enter the bar, both Pagan and Malin sort of simultaneously, this manager who was standing staring at the door looks at the two of you and goes, well, she's still allowed in here for another 2 hours. Addressing Pagan, whose child this barden has assumed this is.
Why?
I thought, I thought she was my sister.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Who are you?
That is a good policy. I don't talk to strangers either. I've never seen this person before in my life. Well, have I? Do we know each other? I forget things all the time. We might know each other. We could have, maybe.
My name is Melon.
Yes. Yeah. Am I supposed to know that? Yes.
I
Melon.
hope not.
Yes. Her name's Melon.
Can you read minds? Are you a mind reader? Can you do tricks?
No. Well, I might be able to do a trick. Just, maybe. I don't know. You'll have to catch me in the mood, I guess. Anyway, do you know why I'm here? I asked the bartender. Do you know why I'm here?
Perhaps for dinner, a drink.
Dinner. Yeah, that sounds fabulous. I'll have whatever it is I like.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you just take a table, maybe have a little peruse of the menu, and tell us what you would prefer on this occasion.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
And she's going to just walk away as you start talking as quickly as she can.
Okay. Let's see. I would prefer that.
Kellum and Asaran, you guys will overhear this little conversation, as probably will Balinor. They're not being massively quiet. So
no, not particularly. Yeah, I think does Paggen come over to the table with the menu, or does he just kind of stand at the counter?
Up to you guys.
I think Paggen is. I think he just sits down literally at whatever the first table is, and because he's much more concerned about remembering that.
I know I have a favorite dish. I know it's.
So we'll say it's Kellum's table. Now, Kellum, two people have placed themselves close to you. One close on another table, the other one at the table with you. Now, you are expecting someone. How much of a description? I mean, you contacted Asaran, right? So you know.
Yeah, he knows who Ace is, and he hasn't contacted anyone else. He's a little skittish, so immediately he's just like very scared that these people are here to kill him. Even the little gnome. So automatic. He's just like very much like hiding behind his menu, just like this the
hello,
whole time.
excuse me. Do we know each other?
I've never seen you in my life. Sorry,
Oh.
no.
Oh, well, yeah, that's good because I don't know you at all, and sometimes that can be really awkward. But in this case, it's awkward. So, all right. Do you recommend anything off the menu?
I mean, are you a vegetarian? Do you like meat? What do you like to eat?
Yes.
At that
Honestly, I don't recall.
at that moment, Balinor screams out, "Mutton!"
I mean, you can't go wrong with a good mutton.
I was going to say fish. I mean,
Yeah.
this area is very, very fresh fish, but can't complain with mutton either. And sounds like it comes from a good source there.
Mutton. All right. Well, fabulous. Yes,
That
I'll
guy
have some-
looks like he eats a lot of mutton.
Oh,
As the
Whoa.
bartender brings like this big plate of mutton, he like just kind of reaches and grabs it with his like claw, and in his giant maw, he kind of just like tosses it up and snaps it.
When
I'm
you do
actually
that,
I'm actually really sorry, Balinor, but we don't serve mutton in this establishment. We only buy our meat from reliable sources. So we have some lamb steaks or a fish or beef.
You have no mutton.
I
Fine.
can give you
Lamb
beer.
steaks.
Lamb
and
steaks.
beer.
Lots of lamb steaks.
Lots of lamb steaks. I'm
when this
hungry.
conversation is going on, Madeline's actually, you can see her peeking out from a like table behind and approach like the big crocodile creature and like, are you a dragon?
He kind of like looks at her, tilts his head, kind of like looks over with his good eye, and then kind of like looks around and kind of looks down at her with his cloudy dead eye.
Yes, I'm dragon.
holy
Can I
Jesus
touch- can I touch
Moses
your skin?
Christ! That's a
Can-
dragon over there. Did you see that?
Can
I don't even
can
know who those people
you
are.
touch my skin?
But holy cow!
Can I touch your ears?
Yes.
Ah, all right. Well, here.
And he like puts out a scaly hand, and he starts like
Yeah.
flicking her ears with a finger.
She's sort
Wonderful.
of like terrified, but she's really amused by it. Like,
That's rather forward.
Kellum
And-
leans
and
over
I-
to Kellum leans over to Ace and is like, does this happen in this town a lot? I mean, I'm not from here. This just seems very weird.
Port towns, you get some strange folks passing through. It's not incredibly unusual, but I tend to be one of them, so it's fine with me. You good?
I'm
you're-
leaving soon anyway, so yeah, let it
Yeah,
happen.
you're not from here, are you?
No.
Right. Yeah, I kind of guessed that one. We may need to have a few words, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balinor screams out to the barkeep.
Barkeep, bring this girl a drink.
I have coins.
I
no
think
coins. I pay.
I think she's a little too young for ale.
Milk. Milk?
Milk?
You have milk. How about
I-
a glass of milk?
I have goat's milk. I have goat's milk. I'll go and get some goat's
He
milk.
stands up.
Are
Goat's
you
milk.
calling
Oh.
me a milk drinker?
More for her.
Oh, right.
Right. I'll get some ale with you.
Good.
Yes. And
I want
I raise my glass.
Mm.
Opens his mouth like one of those trash cans you put your foot on with the little lever, and he just dumps the ale in.
Like he's already pouring you another one, and he's like his hands just like.
Kellum is so uncomfortable. Like he has a little drink in front of him of like some unknown liquor, and is just slowly sort of shaking. Like this is so uncomfortable to him.
Balinor sniffs the air.
I smell fear.
Looks over at the
And
shaking.
when you do that, Kellum just like,
You there.
just like, yeah.
Slightly
yes.
pointy ear. Why are you afraid?
Many reasons.
Many raisins. Why are you afraid of raisins?
They're sort of dry and don't taste good.
I could agree with that.
I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand
True,
completely.
Absolutely. Yes. Oh,
If I'm
dry
going to
raisins.
eat all the
Yeah.
drinks, I prefer it be wine.
Yeah, she
Why?
makes a point.
Yeah.
And then when you put them in baked goods, I mean, come on, people. What are we trying to do?
They just look like chocolate chips, and it's just a lie.
They're
It's
That's
such a
my fault.
disappointing lie.
That cookie that looks like raisin, looks like chocolate chip, and then turns out to be raisins.
Balnor looks at the barkeep.
Did we invite you?
Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just was asking. Do you want to be part of the conversation?
Would you like me to say yes or no?
Personally, I'm just surprised that this dragon over here has such great enunciation, given the massive mouth he has. All those
It's
teeth.
big.
I am a very model of a modern major general.
I don't understand what you're saying, but it sounds cool.
Thank you.
I want food.
You
And
want
she-
food?
I want food.
What food would you like? I'll get.
Kind that you eat.
That is my most favorite kind of food. The ones that you eat.
Mine too.
Barkeep, bring us food which we can consume with much vigor.
Preferably
Once more,
lamb.
Kellum leads over to Ace and goes, "Do lizard folk here just adopt little elf girls? Is that something else that happens?"
I
That's a
am not
bit more
adopted. I am
unusual.
a strong, independent elf.
You're
Exactly.
like 12.
And 12 is very. Well, actually, 12 is very young. You're an elf and you're only 12 years old. I commend you.
I'm gonna be 700 when I grow up and
Yes.
die.
That's
like,
a massive jump. Good for you.
What else do you want to do when you grow up?
I wanna climb like a really high mountain.
Oh yeah.
And then I wanna get a pony, that I'm gonna call Rosie,
Oh,
and we're gonna be best friends.
It's important to have goals.
I love
What?
ponies. They taste so delicious.
What?
Oh, sometimes you get hungry on a long trip and you have to
Ooh,
feed
that-
on horse.
Mm.
No.
Do you eat horse?
No.
Not occasion.
No one
I
eats
mean-
horses. No,
Uh,
no one eats. No one eats horses.
Right. No one
Would eat
would
horses?
ever eat
I think
horses.
I'm
Too
winking
gamey.
at you.
he just doesn't understand.
What's wrong with your eye? Why are you
Does
twitching?
Malin, does she have a what kind of ranger is she? Does she have a bow and arrow?
Yeah, and
And
she
so
got, like,
I think at this point when she's like having this little moment freaking out, Kellum leans over and is like, oh, I really like your bow. You look at mine. Yeah, see? I maybe I can teach you something.
oh, you have a bow.
And it's like, don't talk about ponies.
Right. Right.
At about this
Right.
moment, the manageress comes over and like just taps Kellum and is like, sir, you ordered the a secretive room, a private room for a moment. Is that just for the two of you? Is that just for the two of you, or shall I lay the table for 5?
Do you have a secret?
You know, it was going to be a secret until this nice lady here said it all loud out to all of you. So new friends, my name is Callum. Do you guys looking for some work?
I have no idea.
Do I get to
I mean-
kill something?
Do I get coins?
I will give you coins. You might get to kill something. You
It's not
gnome
coins.
friend. It's not a pony, I promise. You little gnome friend. I mean, if you don't know, then who's to say you're not? So
But that
you
could
might as well
be.
just come.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, sure, that sounds great. Do we have mutton?
Mutton is my favorite type of meat. Right next
What
to
is it with you people and mutton?
What's mutton?
I don't know. I was told it was quite delicious.
it is rather
Which is
delicious.
funny for a port town. You would think it'd be fish.
Well, I mean, I'm more accustomed to turtles. You know, you just crack open the front of the shell and scoop them out. It's kicking and screaming. I mean, you eat fried food.
Oh, anyway,
Yes.
he just looks at the manager lady and says, I'll take it for all of us, please.
Oh,
I need to get out of public with this group.
out of the public eye. Oh, okay, yes, of course. Please follow me. There's a private room just back here. I'll send a waitress in shortly to lay the table, unless you would like some time alone before we prepare dinner.
Let's go ahead and get dinner out of the way. I feel like some of these folks, and he like looks straight at Balinor, their decisions might base on their appetite.
Yes, okay, no problem at all. And she just was like, Kelly, come on, go and lay the table for these fine people. Quickly now, quickly. And she takes you all through to the next room, where there's a 6-seated table, half which is off because obviously it's hot as hell, but hey, it looks nice. And there's some pitchers of water already on the table and glasses ready.
Well, also,
what's
Ale? Yes, certainly. I can send Kelly in with some pitchers of ale. One
I
pitcher.
prefer wine, please.
One iced wine for the heat.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Ale, iced wine.
A keg of your finest stout.
Okay. 30 liters or 60 liters?
60.
30, please. 30.
Okay, I'll go 30. Will that cover all of you?
I want a grown-up drink, please.
Oh, you most certainly can
Get her a keg of her own.
Yes, one keg of Bailey's. She looks at Aesran and Kellam and winks.
What is with people with the twitchy eyes? I don't understand.
Something in the just.
It's the
It's
sand.
just dry. It's just dry air.
He says as like his second layer of eyelids blink.
That must be like really, such a terrible thing.
No, I got it. I just remembered. I love cabbages. Do you have cabbage? I would love some cabbage. That'd be fantastic.
Yes, of course, we can get you some cabbage. Give me one moment, and she pulls out a notepad and starts writing this down. The list is getting a little long for her. Is that all? Would that be everything?
I think we're good. Thank you for all your help.
Okay, fantastic. And
Thank you, kind miss.
she leaves the room, but it's only moments later when Kelly comes in and she's like, "Oh, hi, you guys. Okay, let me just set the table." And she just runs around with like knives and forks and things, and like she's laying it out like the full service, like the tiny forks, the big forks, the bigger forks, and everything. Dessert spoons.
Kellum
soup
is
spoons.
literally standing in a corner, just so annoyed, just like, oh god, I didn't plan for this. This is killing me.
Balinor takes his seat at the table and he grabs like his plate and his fork and his knives and he hands it back to Kelly.
I won't be needing these.
Okay.
I won't be eating these either. And she throws them.
Well, okay. Thank you.
I like this one.
Is this one of your? It's not my place to question. I'll just get out of the way. And she like finishes laying the table and leaves with haste.
She's got scales on her. I like them.
When the room is empty, Kellum looks at the other things like, so what's everyone's name? Just so we're on the same page here.
I'm Ellen.
Nice to meet you.
I am Ripper. I am Crasher. I am Gnasher. I am Killer. But you can call me Balinor.
Is that your like full name?
Yeah, is that what your mother named you?
I don't know my mother. I was raised by elves.
thought
Those
you're gonna
don't
be called
sound
Buffy.
like those don't sound like traditional Elvish names, but all right, I'll go with that.
Balinor was the most creative that they could give me.
It's not
Anyway,
bad.
what did you say, sir? Sorry. Looking at Pagan.
Oh, well, he just reminds me of a good friend of mine who I call Buffy. Are we? It could be him. I don't know. My name is Pagan Pelican of the Parsnivitals Pelicans. And I have no idea why I'm here. I remember waking up this morning and I remember coming into town last night. Well, I must have come into town last night because I'm here. But yes. So I have a sword, so I must be pretty good at something. Be great to know what that is.
You don't know what you do for a living or anything?
Oh, well, I have a tendency to forget things. So I know, I don't remember what it is I know. You know?
Why don't you try carving it into your flesh?
What?
Like taking your knife and like whenever you need to remember something important, just kind of carve it into your flesh.
Oh, but I'm sure that works for your people, Buffy. But well, you know, there's not a lot of my flesh to go. You know, so. Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Soft skins.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one knows.
I play with swords for a living. That's the best way I could have put that. Yeah, it sometimes it's a little risky, but it's worth it.
All right. Anyway, so I hired my acquaintance here. Do you prefer to go by Ace?
Yeah, Ace is probably easier for everyone involved. Or you could call me Fire, and I just kind of look at Balinor.
You
Up to you.
You can call me Lightning. And together we could be fire and lightning. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm professional.
my acquaintance Ace here. I've hired her to help sort of investigate a problem I'm having. See, I've been accused of murder in a
oh good, that
town.
was you. I was just
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Were there any witnesses?
I'm not sure. Someone says that they saw me, but I don't. It wasn't me. Clearly, I wouldn't be hiring someone to clear my name if it's me.
First rule of murder: kill the witnesses. I mean, you've already killed one person. How many more?
I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, you didn't kill anyone.
I'm innocent.
Then why do they say you did it?
Right.
What is this?
I'm a very well-known person of means in my town where I come from.
I don't know you.
You're not from where I come from.
How do you know that?
I would know you.
Clearly, you don't.
I mean, Paggen
Then you're not where I come from.
Paggen could be from where you are. He just doesn't remember.
Well, that's
Yeah,
Pagan's
that's true.
problem.
That could be that. Did I accuse you? I just want to make sure we clear that up right now. You know, because that would be awkward.
Yeah, that really would be. I'd probably have you killed.
Oh well, I do have a sword. I could be quite good with it.
That is true. That is very true. No, I don't think it was you, Paggen.
That's a relief.
I was accused in my town of firebend. And
wait.
I'm not.
You were accused of firebending, or your town is a firebend?
My town is called Firebend.
Oh, I
that's
was about to
disease.
say that must be.
I mean,
really
getting
challenging.
accused of firebending in Firebend. I mean, I'll tell you.
To grab fire and literally bend it. Oh my goodness.
That's impressive. I mean, no wonder you moved there, because I mean, that's obviously where people go when you firebend. You go to firebend. You know what I mean?
And your soft
I mean,
skin.
what are the odds?
What are the odds?
Whilst you guys sort of getting to know each other with the small talk and joking, all of a sudden, all of the lights outside on this sunny day go black for a moment. The room falls into darkness, and then lights up again.
Oh.
That was spoopy.
Do you have fire for hair? So I think that became instantly more noticeable in the dark.
I look over at
Madam, your hair is on fire.
Fire.
What? My hair?
his giant reptilian crocodile mouth just like hangs open. He's like,
Oh, I get it. Fire. Ah.
Perhaps you could bend it.
Tie it all together.
Maybe make a nice braid. It is hair.
Oh.
Should someone check on the fact that it just got dark in here?
Yeah, that might be good. I think I'm by the door, so I'll open it and peek out. This is like a set aside room, correct?
This is a set aside room. You can see out into the corridor leading back to the main room. There is no one in there.
Are the lights back on out in the hallway too?
Well, no lights are on currently, but the sunshine is shining down the corridor.
Okay.
You just gotta yell for them. Barkeep.
No, I don't.
Ah!
Particularly love this.
Well, Barkeep's still alive.
Are we
Barkeep.
looking for enemies?
And this nervous guy comes running. Sorry, Emily. This nervous guy comes running down the corridor with this 30-liter keg of ale that's just too big for him to carry, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm coming."
Oh, I totally forgot about that keg. Thank you. That's great. What?
I'll open the door enough to let him in, because.
So balanced on top, he has a pitcher of ale on top of the 30-liter thing. He also has balanced on top a small keg, which has clearly had wine scrubbed out recently. And on top of that, there is a pitcher of iced wine.
Jesus.
He's balancing it all on the way in, like, I couldn't carry the cabbage too. I'm sorry.
Well, that just won't stand. We had to have our cabbage.
Cabbage. Well, I would love some cabbage. Did you know it actually happens to be my favorite?
Let me help you. And she grabs an ale. An ale?
I'm not supposed to serve minors or children.
I'll take the ale and I'll replace it with the keg. I say, our friend Killer ordered this one just for you. It's a keg like his, and to the big 30.
he grabs the 30-liter keg, pops off like the top of it, and just starts guzzling.
Yeah, it's really great. By the way, Barkeep, why'd the lights go out?
Well, because it's daytime. We don't keep the lights on during the day.
That's sensible.
Did you forget to pay the wax maker to make your candles?
No, we just don't have the lights on because it's sunny. Outside, you might have noticed how sunny it is.
Why did they go off? Was there a reason they were on? Did we forget that this morning when the sun rose? We forgot to turn the lights off.
Oh gosh, did I forget to turn the lights off? Oh my god!
And he's looking at
no, I think I might have left the stove. Wait, do I even have a stove? Oh my gosh!
He's looking at the lights in the room, which are clearly off and have been off the whole time. It was actually literally the whole room went dark, and he's like looking at you like, I really don't understand the question. I'm sorry, I'll go get the cabbage, and just like flees from the room.
He's always nervous around me ever since I ate his brother.
I'm so glad I'm not from here.
That sounds mean. Why did you eat his brother? Like...
Somebody paid me 500 gold that's saying that I couldn't eat a halfling.
Or he's probably gonna forget
in one
about
shot.
it anyway. It's probably fine.
In case you were wondering, Buffy is carnivorous.
I couldn't tell from all the calls for mutton.
Yeah. And I would say probably slightly soft in his moral center.
That's probably the only thing that's soft.
Yeah, not soft. Not at all.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, I followed here into this room with all these grown-ups, because it was a secret, and I'm really curious about the secret now. Can you tell us the secret?
The secret
I'm really
is
good
that
at keeping secrets.
the secret is that I need to find out who accused me of murder so I can go back home. And I mean, preferably, I really wouldn't mind having the person killed. I mean,
I'll do more than kill them. I'll kill them. Their friends. Their dog, if they have one. Not really. I love dogs.
Yeah, don't kill the dog.
how do you feel about cats?
Pish machines. Pee on everything.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Our cat has a poo palace.
So,
You have a cat?
I don't know. But it would have a poo palace if it did.
Callum, as you are moving around the room, just in your natural gestures, you will either maybe feel in your pocket or brush against something in a fold of clothing that's been deposited on your person and find a note.
Okay, yeah, I probably like take it out of my pocket, it's in my robe or something, whatever.
Yeah. So as you produce it, it just says in sort of like block cap letters in quite a heavy font, "We come for you."
Was it not there before the darkness? Yeah, I didn't think so. When I see it, and I just go, ah, and just drop it on the table.
I'll pick it up and I'll read it out loud. We we come for you. Oh, this is good.
You'll never take me alive.
I was just thinking we should have a few more. Let's make it a real party.
Wait.
Yeah, mine
I
tastes
don't know
like
if these are the
juice.
partying folks, Paggen.
Oh, well, that is horrible. Well, they're not invited then. That's for sure. You don't want
these might
non-party
be-
people at your party.
Yeah, they might be party killers, Nah.
There was no like insignia or any kind of thing on the paper. Just "We come for you" in the block
Yeah.
text.
Just "We come for you" in block text.
Are there any other entrances to the room besides the door that we came in?
No, there is the door and the window. However, the window is on a sliding. Whoa! Careful, Hildy. The window is on a shutter, so it does hang slightly ajar.
But Caleb,
Yeah.
you're looking for someone, right?
I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I met this really smart man at this place, and he seemed to know a lot about a lot of people. Maybe he can help.
What place?
It's and she tries to navigate like it's that way, and she literally points at a wall like it's that direction.
Right.
And
I wanna look out the window, and I feel like this is a bit delayed, but I am gonna look out the window and see what is out there on the other side.
Across the street, you see a man, and where everyone else wears light clothing and cloths and clothes which would hide from the sun and such, he is noticeable because he wears all black. He has a long beard. He leans against a wall across the street, staring intently at the window. As you gesture, he just nods.
Hey, hothead. Let me.
Friend whose name I don't want to mention. Know anyone in black clothing with long beards?
Would I know anyone?
Santa.
So, Kellum,
I might.
you might remember. I mean, it's probably not because I mean this would be really obscure. I mean, there's all sorts of things that identify the Assassin's Guild from home. The fact that they wear black all the time is probably just a coincidence.
It could be. I mean, it could be after me. That sounds like an assassin. It could be people sent after me.
I'm happy to go talk to him.
I can take care of him.
I'm sure he's reasonable.
I mean, if it's an assassin from Firebend, it probably not.
Oh, hold on. And I stick my snout out the window. Hey, are you an assassin?
I climb up next to him and I kind of put my head next to him in the window and look out there and go,
It's okay if you are. No judgment. We just want to know.
Kellum is literally sitting beside the main door, like standing, ready to run because he's terrified right now.
So this figure pushes himself off of the wall, leans behind him, and picks up a clear shot glass, downs it, and puts it down again. He turns back towards the window. His black cloak drapes in the wind and flutters on the air. He walks across and comes up to the window and says, "Kellum Earman."
What was that? It sounded a little throaty.
Yeah.
I can get you some water.
I know you are in there, Kellum Earman.
Lemon? Yemen?
Oh,
I do this purely because your father once saved mine. The guild comes for you. Flee. Flee while you can.
I'm in the background going, thank you.
Don't worry.
You're not supposed to talk. I'm negotiating.
So wait a second. You killed her father, or her father killed you? We're just trying to track, figure it out, just brainstorm, map it, cloud. Anyway, well, would you like to come in? Maybe have a drink. We can talk about it.
Yeah,
I think we're good. I think we're good, Paggen. I think it's just
we
a
have
warning.
cabbages.
No, I think we're good.
I'm a fan of cabbages.
There's no time. The
particularly
guild
nice
comes.
today.
I cannot be seen.
Right. Do you
Well,
know?
I see you. But that's awkward.
I kind of sniff the air where he is, trying to grab a scent.
I swear you had another character that just sniffed everything all the time as well. Possible?
I had a werewolf character for City of Mist.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but he as you are sniffing him, he will begin to turn and walk away. He smells very faintly of the smell of blood, that metallic tang, and if you're smelling for fear, there ain't none here. He just confidently strides down the street away from you.
You smell Kellum's fear even more.
Melon also starts to sniff. So
Yeah, Melon. You gotta smell the iron in blood, or sometimes they're copper, depending on what they are. But that sweet red nectar that oozes from most living things.
While they're having this conversation, Kellum is like, Ace.
I'm gonna come away and kind of say, I think it's safe to assume that he may have been from the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't say no.
I appreciate the warning. I think we need to get the hell out of here.
yeah, he was dressed in black. That all usually means bad, right?
I mean, that's judgmental. Black's just really fashionable.
But,
Some of my best friends wear black.
He looks at Balinor. Balinor is like, he's a black croc with like a nice like beige underbelly.
Yeah, black's bad.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I I don't know if he's the one who left the note.
I don't. I mean, if he is, he's good at his job. I mean, I commend him on that.
Right.
But I just feel like we should go.
Yeah. Do you have any means of traveling in a way that doesn't look like you?
I
Me?
mean, I have a hood.
Oh.
That's a start. That is.
Yeah.
Balnor
this fake
slams his
mustache.
hand.
Also,
I can take you under the water.
I appreciate that, Balnor. I feel like we're friends and we have a bond now, but I can't hold my breath that long.
Oh.
But I don't know that this is really the right time for baptism.
So I have an idea. We can cut some of my hair and we can make a fake mustache out of it. No one would know.
I don't
like
really
that
do
one.
well with facial hair,
Oh.
so I don't really have the jaw structure for it. Also, Ace.
Picky for someone whose life is on the line.
How big?
I could still have standards.
How big is the small wine keg the barkeep brought?
It's probably like a 5 liter compared to your 30.
I'm going to take my 2 clawed fingers and I'm going to puncture 2 holes into it
Oh no! I know
and
what
place
you're
it
gonna do.
over Callum's head.
There we are. It smells like wine, and nobody can see your face.
Why would you? And it's like, why would you do this?
I mean,
Why?
I doubt
Why?
Malin drank 5 liters of milk, so you're also now covered in milk. Like-
Well,
This is gonna smell great later, guys.
just stay
Great.
out of the sun. You should be fine.
It's just sunny outside. It's the hottest day on record.
You can hear and see Melon go. At least you don't smell like fear anymore.
Ha ha!
Up top.
Malin, you're sticking with me.
Do I really have to wear this?
I mean, if you're going to complain about every other thing, you might as well be doused in milk.
Well, I mean, I was
That's the
going to
best
say that
one.
I didn't have the money to pay for all of this shit, so we needed to sneak out. Now this makes it even harder.
Oh, don't worry about this. Barkeep!
Oh God! The cabbage is coming. The chef made it wrong. We're bringing another one.
Tell the chef that his food was delicious, but I must go. My friends are coming with me. You know what? I'm not going to give you a bad review.
We really appreciate that. We hope more of your kind come here.
No problem. Don't worry, they're not going to bother us. Let's just dash. Just leave.
He pulls out like 20 gold pieces and places it on the table.
There we are.
Melon takes her coin and gives 3 copper.
Very good. That's a good tip.
I
1%.
can't believe you
I
put a tag on my head.
I mean,
So just to describe the scene, you guys are now leaving via the window, I assume, without paying the tab, but leaving the gold and coppers on the bar.
Balnor's going out through the front door.
Balanor's going.
Yeah, I thought that was the yeah, I think.
Awesome, even better. You guys are leaving via the front door.
Melon is doing Mission Impossible on the way out, rolling on the floor, taking cover behind stools, and I'm not being followed, am I? And really, I want to roll for perception. Or
Sure, give me perception. Give me oh. Light Fingery donates 1,000 bits for
That's
free
a
net.
natural 20.
Boom. So on a natural 20, you notice a man with a black band sitting in the corner behind the bar. You're sure he wasn't there earlier?
He's probably fine.
So Lightfinger, thank you for the donation. We get 3 nat 20s and 2 nat 1s. I'm going to distribute them randomly. So 1 to 5 in camera order. Nat 20. Ambly.
Yes. Thank you.
nat 20 Aceran.
Yay, thanks.
Nat 20, last nat 20 to Balinor. So Pagan and Kellum, you both get nat ones.
No! The last thing I need.
Ah, damn it. I had a pen, but then I also had a cat, and the two are not.
Pick
I'll
up
mark it
cat,
down.
hand, point it toward paper, draw something.
Okay, I will make notes of this shortly. You guys carry on leaving. Oh, that was what I was doing. You guys are leaving, doing your stuff and everything. All the while you swaggering, rolling, checking, spotting the room, being slightly confused about where he's going once again. Whereas Kellum is standing there in all of his best noble finery with a keg on his head, 100% disguised.
I also want to give the.
I really hope you put the hood up, though.
He did. Yeah, totally. But it's like, it's not that
It's
big of
over
a
the
hood,
head.
so it's like really tight. Yeah.
Good. Cool.
Okay, I'm actually gonna. If I see the guy that wasn't there before, I'm just gonna stare him down. Like,
The-
does he do anything?
He's just like sipping a drink. He looks at you every now and again, but he's very much just looking around the room, sort of.
Balinor like stops, looks over it.
Malin, are you trying to intimidate him?
I'm not trying.
Oh. Here. And Balinor gets like right behind Melon and like lets out this like gigantic, loud, window rumbling, like crocodile screaming roar.
The man sort of sits back a little now, staring over to you, drink still in hand, is just like, how rude.
Very good, Melon. That was the best. That was the best roar face ever.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered. I was coming here for dinner. Are you hungry? We should get something to eat. I am starving. I could go for a cabbage.
Kellum, like, even with his keg over his head, just like hand on top of Pagan's head, and is like, come on, we gotta go. I can't be seen like this much longer.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes, we should go. We are going.
I'd like to keep an eye on the room as best as possible as we leave, but I think we should get out of here.
Yes. We need to find Malon's friend.
And he picks up Malin by like the scruff of her shirt and puts it over like on his shoulders.
Let's go.
Onward!
Okay, so as you leave the
Onward.
room, you won't see anything strange about it. You will go back out into the bustling sort of market streets where they're paved, but there's also a lot of sand that just gets around. You're near the desert, you're near the beaches, so there's a lot of sand and dust around. Yeah, the ports are in one direction, or there's other parts of the city if you want to try and hide in the city. I mean, if you want to investigate.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Malin, where are we going? Where are we? What direction are we headed in? We're following you here.
She sort of looks around like, yes, we are gonna go that way, and then we're gonna turn, and then we're gonna go that way, and we're gonna go and head towards the water.
Water. Now, do you remember this man's name or who they're associated with?
It was he had a long name. It was like it sounded like Falcon, but it wasn't Falcon, but almost Falcon.
I go over and I grab a random pedestrian, pull him close.
Do you know a name named Falcon?
I beg your pardon. How dare you? How dare you accost me as such in the street, you large, very large crocodile muscled person?
I'm just looking for a man named Falcon. Do you know who he is? I'm sorry, I grabbed you.
Or at least
that's-
his name sounds like Falcon. Anything
na-
close to that, yeah.
That's
Um,
true. Yeah,
Like
it could be
Falchion.
totally different than Falcon. He could be Falcon or Philipkin. Maybe his first name's Philip.
Oh,
Falcon?
Philip.
Foul.
Or,
Maybe it was
Falcon?
my
or
Foul.
Falchion.
You know,
or
hey,
Phil-
Foul pal, what's going on?
Ah,
Falcon?
well, I'm afraid I don't know. I'm sorry. I came down on you quite hard there for accosting me. May I buy you a drink?
Sure, that would be fantastic. You know,
that'd be
I was just thinking about having
wonderful.
dinner.
Guys, we don't have time.
oh wait, we don't have. We have to find a man named Falcon.
I'm afraid I don't know a man named Falcon, but I know a few people in the city. Perhaps if I join you, I could help you find him.
oh,
No, you just go enjoy your drink. That's fine.
Do you know a hawk or an eagle? Maybe a crow,
or
Raven?
pigeon.
robin?
Well, they do very good pigeon at the carvery just around the corner.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
That's where we will go.
That's where we were going, right? I think we're all out for dinner.
Stay on track.
Yeah, you goofballs. I know where we're going. I just can't really remember his full name.
Oh,
Like super long.
Just
I still know him.
Trusting Melon this whole time. I'm gonna put a strong hand on the guy's back and say, "You go enjoy your drink."
He'll nod and go, okay, well, if you need me at all, I will be at the Toby Carvery. And he
Oh,
walks.
that sounds delightful.
oh. Tell the barkeep that the first round is for free, and if he doesn't give it to you, tell him Balnor will eat him.
Why
That
would
sounds
we
less
need
than delightful.
Hmm.
you?
Well,
Why might we need you? What's so special about you?
Me?
Yes, I don't even know your name.
Haha.
It's not Falcon. I know that much.
No, it's not Falcon. I am Alanor.
Alanor, that's fabulous. And
Alanor.
I love the shoes. They're fantastic.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I am Alanor.
I am
Oh,
I am
you know,
Balnor.
I'm the greatest bard in the city.
Alanor. Well, you know, it's okay.
I'm pretty sure I don't. I mean, I hired the greatest bard in the city.
That was last week's flame of the month. Now I reign
Oh,
supreme.
hey, now,
Did he just call me a flame?
he says you're fading like a candle in the wind.
Yes, exactly. You understand me. What was your name?
Balnor.
Oh,
I am Melon.
And this is Malon.
Hello.
I'm considering a name change. I mean, Eleanor is after all a stage name, and if you're already famous in the bars, perhaps this isn't going to work. I'll level with you guys. I'm just starting out.
That makes a lot more sense.
And I understand it's good to be confident, and I understand it's good to attach yourself to parties who look strong because they'll look after you. Can you guys help me out at all?
They're already looking out for someone, and we need to go.
yes, we're going over to Toby Maguire's pub. Apparently, there's some great pigeon.
Pigeon.
And
Yeah,
he sort of like
Spanish.
looks at his shoes and kicks the dust a little bit. He's like, okay, well, if ever you need me, yes.
Do you have a call? If
Do
I
I-
roared it on the top of my lungs, would you appear?
Perhaps within due time, if I'm within, say, 200 meters, I imagine that could be done as long as I'm not performing at one of the palaces or guild halls.
You know, that sounds like an exciting life. I gotta give it to you. You know, I mean, that's just, you know, it seems like nonstop, fantastic. Really.
Yeah, you know that the nearest castle is actually like 20 miles that way, so it's not really close. I thought you would like to know that.
Yeah, keep trying. You'll get there. Eleanor?
Can you sing us a song?
Can I sing you a song?
Sing.
I mean, I've been working on this little piece. We've known each other for so long.
We've only met just now.
What do you think? Does my voice hold okay? I mean, your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it.
Yeah, it's not bad. Little pitchy.
It's
Just
great.
Yep, it was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Am I off key? He like scrabbles around in his backpack for like a free string harp, and he's like, dring, dring, dring.
Valinor reaches into his pack and he pulls out like just random skeleton key that he took off some corpse.
No, here you go. Now, take that. Now you're on key.
Thank you. Okay, well I will be at the carvery should you need me. I mean, it seems like you guys have everything covered. He says, looking hopefully at all of you.
Paggen just kind of starts walking with him, assuming that that's what we're doing now.
Ah, fellow gnome, an adventurer to aid me in my travels. Ha ha!
Well, I thought we were getting dinner. You mentioned Toby Maguire place.
Yes,
I
the
forgot the name of it.
Toby Carvery.
The Toby Carvery. Oh, must be a relative.
Perhaps.
Well, someone please get Paggen. We have things to do.
Yeah.
I go over and I pull the keg off of Callum's head.
What was that? Your voice is muffled.
Thank you. Will someone please get? And then he like smells. Oh God, it smells like milk.
Milk.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Maybe not standing out here for too long. You go start smelling like throw up.
So, was anyone investigating this chap particularly closely?
Malon did. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't really trust this
For
guy.
perception or
Investigation, perception, anything you like.
Valinor would probably have sniffed him once or twice.
I think that can be a perception.
50. No, that's not mine. No, 7.
So, on Aetheran, you will notice as he walks away, just under the flap of his sleeve, there looks like there's a little black band.
And okay, so would I connect that to the Assassin's Guild?
I don't know.
I argumentative sake here. I would assume that I've dealt with some sort of assassins in the past, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna make that logic leap there, and I'm gonna encourage us to keep going and send him on his way, well away from us, but keep an eye on him.
Oh.
Guys, that guy, make sure he doesn't follow us.
Dude.
I got it.
I can do that.
So, what brings
I
you
can
here?
He's
You
a
just,
total poser. Nope.
hanging out, that kind of a thing.
I'm.
Someone grab.
Have you ever eaten at Toby Maguire? I hear it has great pigeon.
Yes, I told you that, dear gnome.
Oh, that's right. It was you. That is awkward.
No, not at all. Not at all. Tell me, I don't think your friends liked me too much. Do you think you could put in a good word?
Who? I'm terribly sorry. I have this thing. I oftentimes forget things.
You were traveling with the large crocodile, the famous bard, the child, and the noble with a bucket on his head.
Oh, that doesn't ring a bell.
I like grumble over to Ace.
Do you want him gone?
I think if we just get Paggen back with us, we can keep going. But I mean, if you want to eat the other guy, I won't complain.
Yeah, if you want to eat him, no one.
I'm rather full right now, but I can get rid of him.
He like walks over and grabs Paggen, picks him up by the scruff.
Hey,
And he like looks at the bard.
You will leave now, and you will not follow us. And if I smell you, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
Poser.
Hey,
Poser.
Hey! What are you doing? I was just trying to have. I was going to visit.
Oh, you're fine, Pagan. I'm not. You can verse with whoever you want, but we need to get this guy to Amscray.
Who?
What's that?
Who? Amscray? I thought that was Eleanor.
No, he's changing his name to Amscray.
Oh, well, that works.
You're right. You're changing your stage name to Amscray.
Balinor, you're utterly inspirational. I'm inspired to sing a song.
Wonderful.
Oh no!
I look over Ace. I'm like,
to sing again.
Ring, ring. All who dare to cross his course are swallowed by fearsome force. Balinor, you're inspirational.
Thank you.
I wrote that all by myself just now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it sucks.
Oh,
Maybe I'm a bard.
now, hey, that's a song about me. It doesn't suck. It's glorious.
Well, I'm sure that Ace could write a better song about you, Balnor. I'm saying that his song sucks.
I'll just go. And he turns and walks away.
That must be for the best.
Could any of you make me a general perception check?
Could you put me down now? This is
he drops. So 21 for me too.
You'll notice.
Yeah, let's go.
Perception.
So
On your shoulder, we see the same thing.
maybe it's something in the nose because Balinor and Malin you will both notice that the shopkeeper selling fruit and veg across the way has a little black band on his wrist. You'll notice that there's a town's guard walking towards you with a little black band under his armor, and at the very end of the street you will see the figure all dressed in black with the cape swirling, just sort of looking towards you all and then turning down the side street.
Is it the one that we saw at the window? Oh, no.
I look at the others. Was there news of a plague? They're all wearing the same black band.
Maybe someone died and they're really
Tell
sad
them
about it.
recognize the black band as the Assassin's Guild from, like, would he recognize that?
You tell me.
Can I roll like a history?
Sure.
About it. I would say something about it.
Nope. I'm a sheltered, rich little boy.
A dilettante.
I am not. Black bands generally a bad thing. Yeah, I would not be surprised if that guy he was wearing them, the bard. I would not be surprised if he was part of the Assassin's Guild.
Guys.
Bands that he had on. White, are you seeing more black bands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Guys, there's a lot of black bands, so I think we might be surrounded, at least from this side.
I pat Malin on the head.
We're never surrounded. You have a snout and you have a tail. You're covered on all sides.
She has neither of those things, Balinor.
If she believes hard enough.
It doesn't work that way.
And she actually takes probably some kind of a pen or something and just writes "believe" on her hand.
Believing.
Pagan's gonna go
can't
try
write,
and buy a
so
cabbage
she
because he's
scribbles.
starving.
Oh, all right. Well,
I can certainly sell you a cabbage.
Oh, wonderful! That is fantastic. You know, we all of these people right here, we came from this bar because this person is apparently running from an assassin or something.
Oh my!
We couldn't even get food.
That sounds devastating.
And then he was over there. So anyway, what I'm saying is, I've been walking down the street. I'm starving. So you got a cabbage or?
Tell me. I'll tell you what. Where are you headed?
I don't remember. We were looking for a falcon, a Frenchie, a French, a fuller,
Felicia. No. We're looking for a Fred.
Yes,
Fred.
my friend. We got it's that way and that way, and then down to the water.
Down towards the docks. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
We are so good at this.
I am running low on stock. Perhaps, Pagan, if I will give you this cabbage for free, if you would let me escort you, or you could escort me to the docks with you.
Oh well, yeah. If I'll tell you what, I'll take the cabbage, and then we could go down to the docks, and maybe you could carrots. I could also use some corn.
Will
I was thinking of a nice stew.
But Bart, what was your name? Music person?
Oh, Ace.
No. I know Ace.
Oh. Oh, the one that walked away.
Oh,
That was
Eleanor, he's gone. Yeah.
that's Eleanor.
Okay.
Changing his name to
sorry.
Amscray.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot Eleanor already. I've just been calling Emscray this whole time.
Okay. Never mind then. Let's go.
I
Why
can.
don't you come along, man? I mean,
No.
Why, thank you.
this morning it was just me, and now there's 8 of us or something.
I turn back to Ace.
Elbow Balinor.
This is ancient crocodilian technique. You lure them close to the water,
Oh,
and you snap with both jaws, dragging them down. You drown them, and then you start eating pieces off of them.
So, have you been, selling vegetables long?
that's fine with me. And so I guess we're traveling with the assassin now.
I'm gonna. Callum just looks over at Ace and he's like, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I should just accept it. I'm gonna die."
No,
Call
you
it-
got this. The
I-
best, the best way to go unnoticed is to be extremely noticeable.
Exactly. Why do you think that I'm never found?
Case in point.
Because you're big and threaten to eat everyone. I can't do that.
But you can get him to do it for you.
I don't threaten to eat everyone.
No, not me.
Most people.
I've not been threatened to eat once. Thank you, Eleanor. You are a true friend.
You're rather
I
spicy.
met an hour ago. Oh yes, very hot. I don't know that you'd like it.
Give the wink.
He's like, he gives like a wink.
That's fine.
It's like, wait, what? Sorry, I had something in my eye.
What are you doing with your eye?
I don't know. I see everyone else doing it. I think it's some kind of thing.
So you guys are separating the vegetable seller?
I assume Pagan is leading the way with the vegetable seller?
Currently, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And Melon's the only one who knows where we're going.
Yeah.
So
So I assume it's like Pagan and vegetable seller, Melon on Balinor's shoulders in the middle, and then Ace and Kellum at the back. What a great marching order, guys.
And the salesman, the salesman has his arm now around Pagan in a communicative way, and he's giving him carrots, corn, cabbage, anything he wants, and he's sort of like
This is fantastic.
helping him towards the docks now, steering the way around the twists and turns, sort of saying, like, no, you can make a fantastic smoothie if you just.
A smoothie? What is a smoothie?
Well, it is where you take the carrots and the spinach and the cabbage and you blend it all together.
Well, so it's a stew.
No, it is drinkable.
Well, you could drink a stew.
mutton stew.
Yes, but stew has the large chunks.
So it doesn't have any chunks in it.
Not if you, only if your blender's broken.
So it's stew without chunks in it.
It's sort of
A
like
stew-
I suppose it's more like a soup than a stew.
Well, then why'd you call it a smoothie if it's a soup?
It's
You know, I'll tell you, I have never been here, but I have met some of the most creative people. I mean, this place is just, can you imagine? This whole time I've been eating soup, and you're telling me it's a smoothie. Oh, jeez. You know, it's things like this that make me happy to be alive. It really is.
Pagan's outlook on life makes me want to change my outlook on life.
I could change your look, and she puts like a leaf like above your eyes, so you see like.
Ah, now I am truly one with nature. Thank you, Melon.
Anytime.
So you guys are heading towards the docks. So Malin seems to know what she's doing, but what are the rest of you up to? What is your plan here? Are you looking to investigate? Are you looking to just follow Malin? What are you doing with the vegetable seller?
I'm definitely following Melon. I would like to keep an eye behind us as well as we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like
Yeah, since I'm in the back with Ace, I'd like to do the same. Like, just keep looking over my shoulder, checking for people.
Let's have some perception checks while you do that. Carry on.
Balinor would be like scanning both front and behind him with his eyes are offset on the top of his head.
Yeah.
Not with advantage, I guess.
Yeah, Paggen, I think, is just, he's having a great day. Other than the fact that he's missed out on dinner, so he's really looking forward to getting some dinner. And I don't think he, I got only a 12 on perception, so I don't think Pagan's really aware of the fact that he's chatting up this dude who's obviously setting up people.
Yeah, and Melon she's too concentrated on holding up the leaf and lead the way to actually look around.
Balinor is just like, I'm the most perceptive person here.
And indeed you are. You see the bard following you about 30 people back. It's crowded streets. Oh. And also you can see another person with one of the ones of the black band, the noble that walked past you earlier, also following at a very, very long distance. And the vegetable salesman stops with Paggen, and you're by like a boat, and he's just like, no, my wares are here. Thank you so much for escorting me.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem. Hey, have you ever eaten at Toby Maguire? I hear that they have, like, great pigeons. It's somewhere around here. I was talking with some... Was it you? Were you and I? Did we have this conversation?
No, we talked about smoothies.
Smoothies. Oh, well, I don't remember who it was but I heard that it's a great place to get pigeons.
How close are we to the water?
You're standing like pretty much next to a boat.
Okay, I look over at Ace. Take Malin, make sure nothing happens to her. I'm gonna take this guy out.
Okay.
I can take care of myself.
You're right. You can take care of yourself.
And
take care of yourself with me.
He takes Malon and puts her off to the side, crouches down, and he's gonna lunge at this vegetable market and drag him into the water.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh my.
Oh.
I mean, this guy is literally like shaking Pagan's hand. Like, you make sure you have a good day, yes? And you literally just smash him into the side of the boat, and like the pair of you tumble into the water. And like literally, he's not even like there's no elegance. He doesn't try and get out of the way or anything. You've taken him completely outside. Like literally, the only thing he can do is just.
They later, crocodile.
He was a baddie, right? Like that was
Kellum looks down at Malin and just goes, yeah, horrible guy.
Here's the thing, Malin. We have a lot of other baddies. Right behind us.
And she takes out her bow and like arrow, like, I am so ready. Tell me where to aim.
Yeah. Can I point out the bard to her? I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, you can point him out.
Did these guys start picking up pace after I dragged their friendo into the water?
No, but as you guys look towards them, you see them sort of like try and do the whole blend into the crowd. One of them joins a group of people and just starts talking to him. The other one like sees like a market stall and is just like.
Kellum has leaned over in the water and just going, Balinor, you're making a scene.
What are you doing with this guy in the water? What are you doing to him? Like
he's like he's holding him under the water, and then he'll like pop back up.
Why are you following Callum?
You get another nat 20 from Genly AI. Thank you for the donation, Genly. He's like, what do you mean?
You have a black band. What does it mean?
I got this. Right. This is a watch.
I look down at the black band. It's a watch.
It's a watch. Oh no! I got this from my mother.
How dare
That's
you?
awkward.
You're wearing the symbol of the most notorious elven assassins known to the known world, and you expect me not to attack you?
I am not an elf. I am not an assassin. I am just a vegetable seller. Look, this entire thing is full of vegetables. Why?
They're really quite good. Is there seaweed down there? That would, kelp.
Callum's gonna reach out and try to help the vegetable seller out of the water.
I think I'm just gonna tell him you might want to get a new watch.
Well, yes. Now it is all wet.
Now hold on.
And he Balinor takes the merchant by the hand in his mouth, swims down, and then just rockets back up out of the water with him onto the dock.
There, I saved you from drowning, right?
Please, make me a strength check as you do this. Okay, on a 14, you only mildly graze his wrist with your teeth as you do this, literally pulling him around. And when you land quite elegantly on the water, he just flops to the ground with your his hand still in your mouth, until you let go, sort of thing. And he's like, "Okay, please, just don't hurt me anymore."
Don't worry, I saved him from drowning. Right?
Yeah, you did, Balinor. You did a really good job.
Thank you. Yes.
Does this mean that I can't get any more vegetables? This is awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward. And Kellum's gonna lean down and can he take the watch off of the guy's wrist?
I mean, at this point, he'll take it off and give it to you if you'll just leave him alone. He's like, "Okay, I understand. I wear the watch. You want my watch? Okay. I'm just a peaceful vegetable salesman, please."
Yeah, he takes the watch off and he pockets it.
Do you have any more?
Oh God! It was my mother.
You can have it. You can have it, Malin, and just hands it over to Malin.
Thank you.
If you've let go of this guy and everything, he's just gonna start scrabbling away and just run.
I look at Ace. I guess he was an assassin. Sorry.
I mean, we all make mistakes.
No, it was good. What if he was an assassin? You were so on your toes and super ready to attack it. It was awesome.
It was good practice.
Really makes you feel better about what you do, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Oh my goodness, Malin, you all remember this. You always must maintain the element of surprise.
Yeah,
Feign stupidity, and no one will ever expect you.
Paggen, why don't you go speak to random people with the band on? Because that was really good. That was, you drew them out, and then Balinor can just throw them in the water again. That was a good plan.
Oh well, I do what I can. When you got a talent, my mother used to say, everyone has a talent. I forget what mine was, but in any case, yeah, that sounds great. I could use some.
Where's that bar
for my smoothie? Potatoes. Oh, there's the bar. Amscray. Right? Is that your name? God, dude, come here. Hey, I was just talking with well, I don't remember, but I was just talking with him about Toby Maguire and the pigeon. I got some vegetables. He say we make a stew.
Stands there. He just sort of leans a little bit further into the crowd, trying not to be seen.
Paggen just literally starts walking right up to him.
He turns back and says, "Oh, Paggen, please, go away."
I'm terribly sorry. I thought we knew each other.
We did, but I am trying to woo a lady. You see.
Oh, well, I think I'm a bard, so I happen to be pretty, slick. As they say, pretty smooth.
Tell me, Paggen, how can you be a bard when you travel with such a beauty as this? And he points behind you. And I'd like you to make an insight check.
All right.
But we're going to use your nat 1. You fall for this hook, blind, and sinker. You turn around and look, and as he does so, he disappears into the crowd.
To be fair,
What's behind me?
That's
What's
pretty
actually
on
behind Pagan?
That's pretty on track for Pagan.
What's actually behind Pagan?
Oh, there's
What did
literally
you
just
actually
your
say?
party. Like, literally just your party. Like, he just points at them.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
oh,
Did you just point at Malin?
I guess.
You pointed at me.
Okay. All right. Hey, everybody, guess what? We travel together. How about that? Can you believe that?
Oh my
What are the
goodness.
odds that we travel together and I just met you? I mean, you know, this town. What can you say about it? It's just fantastic.
I look at Ace. I really wish that I could have his outlook on life about forgetting everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if
really
I
wish
could-
forget that people were trying to kill us. So
Yeah,
Or the,
I mean,
pull the words right out of Kellum's mouth.
or the crippling like memories of the past. You don't have to
Yeah.
deal with that.
Kellen looks over at Bal.
About your past sometime, friend.
I agree with Ace. Do you need a friend? After all this is over, do you just need someone to talk to, Balor?
I could use a friend or two.
Well,
I
after...
can be your friend, and she hugs you like by the leg.
Oh, Malin.
I can
I-
be your friend.
I would be your friend, but I have this standing policy never to be, too close of friends with people who have more teeth than I do. You know what I mean?
That's actually a good standard to have.
Yeah, it's kept me alive. You know,
Mm.
I think.
Okay, should we continue to
Yes.
meet the falcon person?
Let's go. And he like
Okay.
takes Malin and tosses her up on his shoulder, and then he gets on all fours and he starts scrambling.
Oh, okay. So all right. So it's just on like on that boat, and she points towards a boat.
So
Whoa.
the boat that Malin is pointing towards is a large, like not quite a man of war, but it's certainly a galleon or a frigate. It's a passenger passenger boat. It's got beautiful sails in white, like all the sails in the dock. It's got slightly not gilded, but very shiny banisters, and all the woodwork has been well waxed.
Oh, what a very nicely maintained boat.
And along the bow, you can just see a very well-crafted painting of a rose in a slightly darker red than normal, and the ship's name is put in almost like italics in like a very stylized font, Scarlet Rose.
This is the way.
He turns back to the rest.
We're going on a flower. I think this is a flower peddler.
Points to the giant rose.
Scarlet Rose.
Yeah.
Right.
That checks out.
I'm sold.
Right.
And he like
Lead the
scrambles
way.
up the gangway.
We're looking for a man named Falcon.
And there's a sort of well-built woman on the deck, and they walk towards you, and they come over, and they're just, you do be looking for a falcon.
I look. I send an eye over to Malin.
We're looking for a falcon, right?
No, we're looking for like this man that's kind of tall. His name is similar to Falcon, but not really Falcon because it's a lot longer and I can't really remember it.
Ah, okay. Well, I do think that I know a person, perhaps, of that description, but they're not here. They took passage, just yesterday. Passage across the seas, escaping the guild, they said, whatever that meant.
Oh.
Ah.
Do you know why they were escaping the guild?
Do you know, he wouldn't even say what type of guild it was, to be honest. I tried to pry. I tried to ask if it was a merchant's guild, maybe, or perhaps, you know, I would have thought if it was a merchant's guild, he would have taken the merchant navy, but then not if, I suppose, they're out to get him. Perhaps a bad trader. Shadow director, perhaps, of a company.
Can I insight check that?
Of course you can.
Oh, well, I was going to use my nat 1 on it to get rid of it, but not needed.
Yeah, no, it's... Some people are an open book. Their pages just flutter before your eyes. Not this person, Kalam. This person is a door, and it is closed.
Yeah, tight.
And locked many times.
With like 3 locks.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, this is bad. I thought he could help us.
Well, I do
Are
take
we
people
gonna go-
across
are we
the
gonna go on
shore.
the boat?
I do take people across the shore. It's only 2 gold. And you can get a free return journey.
I have coins, and I give it like a copper.
I do want to check for black wristbands.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, clever. I'm not actually gonna do the same.
And investigation work, I that's what I clicked.
Oh, that's a 5. She's like, "Ooh, a shiny gold piece. Ooh."
Okay, so on a 13, you can clearly see her wrist. She's a sailor. She's not wearing she's not bedecked in clothes. Her arms are bare. She's barefoot, and you can't see any signs.
A vegetable vendor, and look how that turned out.
Well, that's true. That is true. It turned out very badly for the poor vegetable vendor.
Yeah, more so for him than us.
But yeah, no, there are no visible black bands.
Okay. I do want to. I also want to look over where we came from and see if our bard and noble friend have followed us further.
Okay, we'll use the 13 for now, unless you want to roll another one.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Up to you. We can use a
perception.
13 if you want.
No, let's just use the 13. Why not?
Okay, so on a 13, you turn back to look into the crowd, and you don't see them specifically, but you do distinctly see at least 2 people in the crowd distinctly change their course and merge with other groups.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that maybe we should just take a little journey. You know, there might not be
Like
so
going
many
on a
people
like going on a
following.
field trip,
Yeah.
like going on a boat.
Pagan's already kind of walked up onto the boat.
Oh.
He just, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you for your patronage. That
Oh,
That
well,
would-
I just thought this might. Do we know each other?
well, I know that you owe me 2 gold.
Oh, what? Sure, of course. Gosh, here you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Please take a
what do we
seat
do?
anywhere you like. The sun is out at the
alright.
moment, but some prefer to go below deck.
Where does
Oh,
this boat
that
go?
sounds lovely.
Just across the shore to the next city.
Malon gives her the 2 copper, and then she runs away up to the boat and starts to climb on things and like.
Callum just like, I'll take care of her. Yeah, I think we should go. I mean, it would maybe get rid of that problem.
Yeah, how soon can we set sail?
Well, I don't plan to sail for another hour or 2, but if you were to grease the wheels, as it were, we could leave within the next 5-10 minutes.
I could grease the wheels very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much are you willing to grease the wheels with?
I mean, what about 50 gold extra?
Oh, 50 gold. That'll get you away at least in an hour.
You said it would take an hour anyway.
Did I? I don't think that I did I?
You did. I think you did. I think 50 gold probably is worth at least 20 minutes.
Give me a perception roll. A persuasion, sorry, not perception. Yeah, give me a perception.
I'm going to use my nat 20.
She'll take the 50 gold and go, okay, you're on a hard bargain, but yes, we'll be away in the next 20 minutes.
Sounds good.
And she walks
I'm
away
going
and
to
starts
shake her hand.
shouting orders to people.
Okay, everybody, let's get ready. We
I
gotta
think I
go.
was a sailor. I don't remember, but there's something about this. Just feels familiar. I feel good here. This is a happy place to be.
Yeah. I don't feel nervous at all. Mm-mm. No anxiety, no
Why
nothing.
would you? I mean, what is? I mean, it's not going to sink. Yeah, he's just going. We're just going over to the other, the other city over there. So, I mean, what could happen? It's probably going to be just as good as the place we just came from. I can't say that, because this place. Oh my gosh! I mean, how did I get through life?
The easiest place to kill somebody is on the water.
Well, at least if we do sink, we know Valinor won't drown.
I'm amphibious.
What does that mean?
I can.
Well, at least Valinor won't drown. I really don't like the water.
Oh, you don't like water? I love
No.
water.
Yeah. So I feel like that makes us a good team. Maybe positive thinking. Yeah.
Fire and lightning.
Yeah.
And thunder.
And thunder. Is that you, Paggen?
Yes, I'm definitely the thunder.
Okay. Fire.
I
and
bring
lightning.
the thunder. When the thunder rolls.
Mallet and sunshine.
So after, as you guys are having this conversation, the ship pretty much gets ready to go, and they actually get away a couple of minutes early due to your persuasive nature. And they weigh anchor, pull away from the port. They pull in all of the docking ropes and everything, and they begin to pull away from port. As you guys are leaving the harbour, if any of you were to look back, you will see standing on the mast of one of the ships a black cape fluttering in the breeze, almost certainly looking in your direction.
Balinor,
Almost certainly.
Balinor goes to the back of the ship and looks at the black cape.
Ha! Now you'll never get us. We're on a boat.
Yeah, we're on a boat.
We're on a boat.
That's right, Malin.
You see the black cape just dive off into the sea.
Oh, that's just cheating. I don't like that.
I mean, unless he can hold his breath for more than 15 minutes, I think he's going to drown.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's probably dead by.
He can come up for air, Valinor.
I do
Who
think
comes
I
up
sit
for
in the middle of the boat and just like hold my knees and don't go near the edges.
Yeah, Kellum does the same. He doesn't like water either.
Are you guys looking around at all while you do this?
Yeah.
Let's have rolls, please.
Kellum's not. He's like in the middle of the boat, not near the edges.
I think
Yeah.
I think I'm struggling with being on a boat, and now it's moving, and that makes it even worse. And I
Yeah,
don't have
seasickness.
Yeah, I don't have sea legs. I don't do this. So no, not looking.
I'm king of the world.
So if anyone is anyone looking around at the crew at all?
Oh no.
Balinor would jump ship and start circling the boat to make sure that that person who jumped into the ship is not trying to pull a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Sure, okay. Give me a perception in the water. You can have advantage because you're a croc. Why not?
Mm.
You see him as your prey.
Hmm.
On an
I mean,
8.
Yeah.
On an 8, you do not see him.
Not so, Killer Croc.
Well, to be fair, you do have your eyes on top of your head. So.
So anyone else looking around the boat at all? Malon, Pagan, are you guys just having a gay old time, or?
Pagan is just, I'm loving life right now. I'm on the front of the boat. I see the city coming. The sun is out. I mean, can it get any better? I mean, it's this is the life to live.
I really feel
No
like
idea how I got here, but I love it.
I really feel like if nothing else comes from this one shot, Pagan had an awesome day out.
He did.
Just relabel this as Pagan's, Day Out.
out. Yeah. Pagan's Day Out.
Perfect.
That would be great. Yeah, I think Malin is just gonna explore the ship.
Yeah, sure,
and,
okay.
Like, go around and explore.
Give me that investigation or perception that I am desperate for.
Oh no. Oh, 17.
So you'll notice that the swordsmaster, the first mate, if you will, of the woman who is clearly running the ship, has a thick black band on his arm. You'll look into the rigging at one of the sailors climbing the ropes and notice that he has thick black bands around both his ankles. In fact, as you look around this boat, you can see that most of these people look like they have either recently doffed black clothing or are wearing some sort of black band.
Oh no, Eleanor.
Balnor like pops up. What?
Can you come up for a second?
Sure.
He like starts scrambling up on the rigging on the side of the boat and attempts to climb back onto the boat.
Sweet. Melon, she just tries to assemble everyone. Like, guys. Okay. Let's meet up here, and she sort of make a team ring, you know. But she's really short, so everyone except for Paggen has to duck.
Duck even farther.
What's
But
going on?
what's are we all drawing straws for dinner? I have some great vegetables. I'd be happy to make us a lovely.
Oh, please don't
smoothie.
talk about food. This boat is just, I'm very sick. Please don't talk about food right now.
Well, that's okay. Hey, you might like the smoothie though, because it's smooth with no chunks. So
Oh,
if you
chunks.
get chunks,
Oh.
then that's awesome.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, vegetable cookies. Oh, we can toss them across to each other.
Oh, yes, cookie tossing. That's
Yeah.
good. I
We
like
toss
that.
the cookies.
Malin,
Yeah.
what did you have? What, Malin?
Wait, I just realized.
Spew
Like,
forth
are
is
we
your
standing in the
idea.
open, Adam?
Sorry?
Are we standing in the open?
You're sort of in the middle of the deck at the moment, yeah.
All right. Okay. Listen, I saw like there's a lot of guys here with black.
You're right.
bands.
That is true. There is a gender disparity, isn't there? I never really thought about that. That's someone should do something about that. That's-
Fingers and like.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's good. I hadn't even thought. I mean, I'm privilege blinded.
I don't really like this. I kind of feel like there's a lot of guys on this boat that kind of seems mean. Should we make a plan? Should we do something?
Do they seem like bad guys?
Yeah.
Like the ones back at port?
Yeah, like
Well,
absolutely. At least
to be fair, some of my best friends seem like mean people. I mean, take Balinor. He seems mean, but really underneath all of that, he's really
A deck worker starts swabbing the deck very close to you guys, like almost certainly listening to your conversation. Whether he's doing that in a sinister way or not is unclear, but he's almost certainly, maybe out of boredom, trying to listen in.
Iris met.
Paggen literally looks over at him and goes,
Hey, so you're not mean, are you? I mean, come on, really? I mean, that would be awkward if you were.
No, I do not be mean, no.
Yeah,
No.
See, there you go, guys. Everyone here,
Swabbing me deck.
it's just a very, very gender skewed boat.
yeah, I don't like it. I don't.
Well, I
like
don't either,
it.
but I mean, reform takes a while.
I think-
Change takes
How
time.
long is this trip gonna take?
I mean, it's just to the next city. It shouldn't take that long.
Okay, I'm gonna go down
Then
below
again,
the
they
deck
can't
and find somewhere with not a black band. If you catch my drift.
They could just be planning to kill us and throw us overboard.
I see. So we're just gonna have to throw them overboard first.
Yeah. Wait, no, wait.
Yes, we agree.
And Balinor looks at the swabber.
Off you go.
Okay.
No, I just do be swabbing the deck. I do.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Are you?
He sniffs him. Does he smell like blood?
He does not smell like blood.
Actually, he doesn't smell like blood, so maybe he's not an assassin.
If he's a good assassin, he wouldn't smell like blood.
I do be no assassin, I assure you.
But the guy with the cape, he smelled like blood. And he's supposed to be a good assassin.
Who told you that?
You just did.
Oh.
You said if they're a good assassin, they wouldn't smell like blood, but the other guy did.
Who told you that he was a good assassin is what I'm saying.
I would assume.
He did rat out the
Yeah, I
game.
mean, making a value judgment about somebody and you don't even know them. I mean, that's a good point.
What they
I mean,
say about-
he could be a great guy. I mean, I don't know.
You know they say when you assume.
They make out an ass out of you and day.
So now there's a few other people now moving closer to the group.
Oh, great.
Can I look behind me and see if they're like hands on any weapons or something?
Well, the weapons master always has his hands on his weapon. I think that's part of like
any
ship
other, like-
law. Like,
Well, yeah, like any other like regular sailors or something, you know.
no, one of them's sort of like casually tossing ropes, like gathering rope, and sort of stepping closer towards you as he gathers that rope. Another one is swabbing the deck nearby. There's another guy who is like just innocently climbing down the mast, but getting very close to you guys.
Come sail away.
Lot of
Come
guys.
sail away. Come away with me. Hey.
I don't like
Good to
this.
see you.
I'm gonna
I think they're closing in, guys.
yeah, I'm gonna go.
So, do you want me to do the snapper?
He looks at Ace and is like, "I'm not from here. What should we do?"
I'm good with Valinor's method.
Yeah, let's just do it. Valinor, go.
And Balinor kind of like serpentine swings towards one of them and lunges with his gaping maw.
Melon runs away below deck.
Oh my God, Ed, calm down.
Oh my! What is that doing now?
Ed's gifting subs. Thank you, Ed.
Ed the subfather just gifted 3 subs in a row. That makes a total of 18 subs now. Ed.
All hail Subdin,
It feels like
the subfather.
So I feel like I have to dance with Sean. Okay, so you grab this guy and he just looks at you like, no, please, I'm just a simple sailor.
I look over at Ace. Arun, I was wrong last time.
Don't doubt yourself, Balinor.
I mean, if you're wrong again, he's a sailor. He knows how to swim.
Oh. And I kind of like look down at him from my stout.
okay. Melon is actually gonna come back. And you guys are not gonna see her because she's sneaking, and she's gonna.
So one of the other sailors throws off a cloak and he wears a long dark suit with a flowing black cloak and he says, "The time is now, Lixis."
Oh, that's good because I was getting a little peckish.
Throw him.
I mean,
And she's gonna stab Balinor.
I look down.
I think we can do this before combat. I don't think anyone's expecting this, right? Yeah, how would you like to attack?
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Wait,
my.
If she's sneaking, she needs to roll a stealth, and I want to roll perception.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wanna roll.
Everyone can roll perception against the stealth. Go for
I
it.
mean,
Okay.
I can try.
Some of you guys do have nat 20s.
Oh,
I'll actually use my nat 1 here and get
Oh,
rid of it.
yeah,
I
you
just
don't
wanted
see it.
everyone else to have a chance too.
You don't see it
no,
at all.
I'm not-
Yeah, I don't see her at all.
Should I roll stealth?
Yeah, go for it.
20.
Oh no! I was trying so hard.
Oh!
Okay, and I'm gonna use my natural 20 to attack Balinor.
okay.
Okay, so let's see. What do I roll for a dagger?
Well, it'll just be damage. So the dagger would normally be 1d4 but that'd be 2d4. But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this dagger somewhat special?
Yes. It is. It's 4d6 for poison.
Are you resistant to poison at all, Balinor?
Let me double check.
Is
Lizard
it plus anything?
It'd be plus your dexterity.
Oh, that's 5. Nice.
Oh no!
I know they used to be.
27.
Nope. I can only hold my breath for 15 minutes as my special abilities.
Oh, I'm really sorry. How does 27 hit points of damage do you?
Holy shit!
I am so sorry.
8.
Are you though? Are you though?
Everyone roll initiative. Pagan, if you've noticed what's going on, also roll initiative.
I don't know that Pagan has fully caught on here, but I'll roll initiative.
Oh, that's a natural 1 for me. Shit.
Oh, look at that. The Kellum initiative there. So,
Ouch. What are these initiative rolls?
And now I roll a nat 20. Now I
so
get.
low.
Oh,
I can't believe you would betray us, Ambly. That hurt so much.
like Madeline is not sad, but me as a player am.
Sweet baby Malin betrayed her crocodile buddy, who adopted her immediately.
The worst thing is how long ago Ambly planned this, and she still seems to feel bad. Maybe about how well it went.
I even quote retweeted, "Don't betray me." Had no idea what happened. I was just joking.
So, Kellum, it is your turn first.
I'm wounded.
God.
I'm wounded.
I can't believe this. I'm going to shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I'm still a 12-year-old.
I don't care. All bets are off.
You're a mean 12-year-old.
We need to go to timeout. I'm going to use one of my my special arrows, and one I'm going to roll to hit. What is even your name anymore?
Well,
I don't trust you. I'm gonna.
Ace, you look so upset.
There's no good in the world.
Glenn,
I'm so sorry.
he was literally leading us to this. I hate it.
It was Adam. He made me.
Don't blame Adam for this. Anyway, I'm gonna roll to hit Malin. Oh my god. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a shadow arrow. You have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. I'm not extremely wise, but you know. Oh, 18.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
like,
you
I got
made
my
it.
shit together.
You still take additional damage though.
Okay.
You aren't blinded.
Nice.
So you take 10 points of damage. You
10.
Kellum pulls out an arrow, and you guys like see this shadow encompass it, and like pulls it back and fires it at Malum.
So the rest of you will see Balinor probably roar with pain. It was a good stealth roll. So Balinor, you'll feel a stabbing pain in your leg. The rest of you will just see Balinor roar with pain, and then you see Kellum almost fire at Balinor, but it just goes wide and hits Malon in the shoulder, perhaps the chest, just about. And go on.
Oh, Balinor, as he whinges in pain, his grip of the guy in his maw tightens and would probably snap this guy in half.
Awesome. We will get to that shortly on your turn. We will go for that.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, This person simply says, "My name is Deniamon. And Kellum, you have betrayed our family for the last time." And he too will use his crossbow to fire at Kellum.
I didn't do anything yet. That hits.
Oh, okay. We're going to tone down that poison damage a little bit. I did not see that. We'll just roll the damage again. There we go. There we go.
Whoa. Okay, yeah. 15.
So next, go on.
Kellum is like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Next up is Ace.
Okay. I was hoping I was like later in the initiative so I could still have time to process what's going on. I'm very emotionally compromised right now.
Sorry.
So, no, are you?
No.
That's what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna stand up because I'm pretty sure I was still sitting on the boat. And oh gosh. Okay. So is how far would Malin be from me?
She'd be very close. You guys were just talking together. Balinor literally stood up and grabbed a nearby person. So, I mean, and the entire boat's only about 20 feet across. So.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try and I'm gonna draw my scimitars and try and grab Malin with a blade to her neck. This feels just very violent for a 12-year-old. I'm so sorry. I'm in a sticky situation, you understand.
So during that big reveal, we did forget to give those who just got gifted subs by Ed their own nat 1s or 20s to distribute as they wish. I believe it was all players?
Yes, it was everyone but me and Ambly.
If I give a nat 1 to Ambly, can I invoke it?
Yes.
Sweet.
What? No! Your Grace, I'm so sorry.
And I think it was also Renee and Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely give my nat 1 to Ambly.
I'm gonna write that down. Like,
I hate children.
I mean, why not?
Stupid children.
Yeah, let's keep that ball rolling.
All of the nat 1s.
me and that one. I think I'm just gonna abandon the ship.
I do want to say that I will be willing to forgive you after this. After we're on the other side, talk to me about that heart you were giving us.
Yeah, we need to talk after the stream. Like,
yeah, we gotta work through some stuff.
Yeah.
Valinor's history has passed, and also this betrayal, the knife in my back. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a literal knife in his back.
So then, for your attack though,
That's
Ace,
his leg.
we'll take an athletics check to grapple Malin versus an acrobatics or athletics check from Malin. Now, would you guys like to be invoking the nat 1s as well, Quinn and Renee?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
Okay, so how many nat 1s do I have now?
You have one
3.
controlled by Zippy, one controlled by Quinn, and one controlled by Renee.
Okay, so they decide when
Yeah.
they want to trigger it. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, and I think I'll go ahead and do that now. It's just
Okay.
no time like the present.
So yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! That's what you get for betraying the party.
Thank you, Lightfingery, for the 2 more nat 1s for Ambly.
Oh.
That's 5.
So, Renee, would you like to end your turn with this grapple? Are you saying anything, or?
No. Okay. Was that my action?
I guess that would have been your action. You can still take
Okay.
bonus actions or free actions.
Yeah. As a bonus action, I wanna shout across to Balinor. Balinor, never surrounded, never surrender. We can't promise he won't put you in a blender. But don't worry, he's really quite tender-hearted when he's not mauling vegetable vendors. And Bardic Inspiration.
Nice!
So you're College of Swords?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
your
wasn't
Bardic
the greatest poetry. Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's because I know in Xanathar's College of Swords does different than normal Bardic.
I can expend Bardic Inspiration, my own Bardic Inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
as cool weapon attacks, but I can still give it like an ordinary Bard.
Okay, so it's ordinary Bardic Inspiration on anything.
Yeah.
1d4?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Nice.
And that will lead neatly on because Balinor, it's your turn.
Balinor is going to rage.
Of course.
Balinor, as he like lets out this like guttural roar, lightning starts to like crackle off of his scales. His one dead eye like brightens and starts giving off electric energy. And he looks over at Malon, and he's like, "No, as he like roars towards Malon, and just arc lightning fires from his mouth as part of him entering his rage as being a storm herald. I'm going to invoke. Normally she would have to make a dex save, but I'm going to invoke the nat 1.
Of course.
And can I apply the Bardic Inspiration to the 1d6 damage?
Yeah, it will not, I don't believe for
It
damage.
doesn't go to damage.
No,
Wait.
it just goes to hit.
But chat did say it's D6, and that is
Okay.
correct. I did check that.
Okay.
Okay, if Ace is holding me, how does that affect her?
It's who you choose. It's you choose a target for lightning.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did it on Tuesday.
She takes 4 points of lightning damage.
Awesome.
And then he's going to rush over, pulls the giant whalebone sword off of his back, and he's going to swing.
You've dropped the sailor that you were holding just moments ago? You just dropped it.
He just, as he roars, the sailor falls out of his mouth.
Okay, carry on. Just for clarity.
And then he is going to swing his two-handed sword. And let's see. Strength checks and strength saving throws. This isn't a strength check. So let's see. I'm going to use my nat 20 to hit.
Yeah, you also have Bardic Inspiration, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to use the nat 20 now.
Okay.
And she's going to take 11 points of damage.
11.
Yep, because I'm raging when I make a melee.
Melon is down.
I hate to say it, but Melon might be more than down because we're using your nat 20. That would actually be 20 points of damage. No, 21 points of damage.
21. I'm still down, but I'm not getting back up. Really.
As a reaction to that, I think I am going to like release her. I don't want her to fall on my sword.
As she go limp in your arms, you decide maybe this is a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's still 12. She's a mean 12-year-old. But I did like her. Dang it.
Helen just goes, "That's why they call him the Lightning."
I look back at Dene and
You took her from me. I'm going to take your skull.
What?
He crooks a smile and gives you a fencer's salute with his short sword.
he gives a tribal haka roar.
Paggen, it's your turn. Sorry, unless you've got any extra actions there.
Nope.
No, oh no! I already used my bonus action to rage. No
Okay.
more bonus actions.
Okay, so Paggen.
Yeah.
Have you noticed what's going on?
Yeah, I think he's put it together that Pagan's fun day out has turned a bit sour.
He's like, everyone's killing each other. This is great.
No more cabbage.
He's not entirely sure how things got to where they are, but is anyone threatening him?
No, not currently. All the assassins are surrounding everyone else, particularly Kellum and Balinor. Not Paggen. Pagan's fine.
Well, I think Paggen turns around, sees what's going on, takes one of the carrots that he has with him, and says,
Oh gosh, look at this. We get a boat and a play. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is fantastic. I have never seen. Look at the special effects. This is amazing. I can't believe it. This was worth the 2 gold. I mean, it really is. I mean, when you think about it, at first I thought, well, that's kind of steep just to go across the other side of the water. But this show, there's blood. We got lightning. I mean, everybody looks like, I mean, gosh, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Fantastic. So that will lead us neatly to Malon's turn. Malon, could you please make me your first death saving throw?
Quinn, what is it with you and never attacking on the first round? Both games I've played with you, you just skip the first attack round.
well, if the guy's not paying attention, he's not going to attack. And if no one's attacking Paggen, I mean... And to be fair, Dane charged right in on those trolls before anyone else did.
He might have charged the wrong way, but that is not his fault.
Not his fault.
He's reserving his action. He's going to cast Wish on the enemy's turn.
I wish everybody to have a good day.
Are you struggling there, Amber? Do you need help with the death saving throw? You can just roll a d20 if you like. It's just a regular d20. That is a success. And thank you, Light Fingery, for the nat 20 to Balinor because he thinks he's going to need it.
Okay.
So just to remind you guys what you've all got. Balinor, you have 2 nat 20s now. Kellum, you have a nat 1. Malon, you also have 3 nat 1s, 2 controlled by me, 1 controlled by Quinn, who is not really paying attention. And
I used my nat 1.
Yes, you did, didn't you? I remember that. And
I'm paying attention. It's just there's no reason to use the nat 1 at the moment.
You know what I mean. Okay, you're paying attention, but not quite grasping the situation.
Pagan isn't paying attention.
Yes. Yeah. No. Sorry. My faux pas. Pagan isn't paying attention. Quinn. Sorry. And Ace, you also have a nat 20.
Yes.
So we shall carry on back to the top of the round.
I haven't used my nat 20 either from the subscription.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. So I have a 1 that I can distribute, and I have a nat 20 that I can use.
Oh no! So the subscription will give you a nat 20 or a nat 1 to distribute as you wish.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know.
Up to you. If you didn't know, you can change it to a nat 20 now if you like, rather than an activatable nat 1.
And since Amberley's down, I think you could just redistribute that.
Yeah, I'll hang on.
Nat 1 on Amberley.
I'll hang on to it. I don't know what I will use it as yet.
Okay, cool. No problem at all.
Enjoying my carrot.
So that does take us back to the top of the round, though, with Kellum.
I'm going to attack the main guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to roll to attack him.
Den Earmon.
Den, yeah. 23.
A 23 will hit. There's a couple of sword strokes, and then you beat his defense and nick him for 7 piercing
And
damage.
then I'm going to take my action surge and attack again.
Of course.
A 13.
I'm afraid a 13 does not hit. This time he blocks, parries, and attacks. Again, I need to tone down that poison damage because in fact there is no poison damage on this weapon. My mistake. So we'll just take the 4 piercing damage.
Just 4. And the whole time Kellum's just yelling, I didn't kill anybody! I'm innocent!
The plot thickens. This is amazing. I can't wait to see what happens.
One of the sailors runs forward and attacks Balinor.
Okay. Well, damn.
Give me 1 second. I've lost his character sheet. There he is. He will attack with his short sword, which does not have poison confirmed. Does a 13 beat your armor class?
Nope.
The third person who is shuffling forward, this guy with the ropes, will lean in behind Kellum and try and attack him in the back. 14? Kellum?
Just sorry. I was reading something. 14 does not hit.
So they both sort of lunge in. They become part of the fight, but they're both a bit feeble about it. So that takes us back down again to Ace.
Okay, so these people who have just attacked, are they relatively near each other? Like they're all kind of within 5 feet of each other, would you say, maybe?
Yeah, why not?
Great. I'm gonna go ahead and roll an attack, and I have dual wielding, so I'm actually gonna do 2, and I can just go ahead and do those both at the same time for ease. And okay, I actually don't know how to read Roll20.
Okay, so the number on the left is your actual roll. The number on the right.
First will hit, second will not. Maybe. I don't know what their ACs are. Great. And I'm gonna go ahead and aim at the person in the middle, and then also do a little bit of extra damage with a slashing flourish, which it uses one of my bardic inspiration, and also hits some extra damage with the 2 people next to him. So give me a second, and then I will roll. So not the greatest. Also, but I do get to add damage to the other roll, and I forgot to add that too. So that's going to be 8 damage, and then extra d6 of damage is going to be the. Oh, I did it the wrong way. I'm sorry, guys.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
I'm learning. Okay. So that's going to be 4 damage to. So 8 damage to the dude in the middle and a 4 damage to all of them.
Okay, so 8 to the dude in the middle, who is the main guy, Dan Airmon, you mean?
Yeah, that dude.
Yep. So he will take so he will take 4 and everyone else will take the 8. No, he'll take 8 and everyone else will take 4. With you.
He takes an additional 4 as well. So it's yeah. He takes a total of 12, I guess. Math. Yeah, I think I've decided that Ace is just not great with names for people she doesn't care much for. So
yeah, that's totally legit.
Dude in the middle.
Malon must be a real struggle for Ace then.
Oh, she's conflicted. She's trying to decide whether to forget her name intentionally.
Okay. Any bonus actions, or does that include?
Yeah, no. My bonus action was my offhand attack.
Sword flourish, lovely. Or whatever. Yep. Okay, so then that brings us to Balinor.
How close is Den Airman?
He is probably within around 5 feet, currently sparring with Kellum.
He's going to lunge at him with a hungering jaws bite. So I'm going to make an attack with my bite. I'm going to use a d20 on that to hit. Let's see. Roll. So he's going to take 6 points of damage.
Yes, he is.
And I'm going to regain 3 hit points because that's what hungering jaws lets me do.
Yeah, you took a bite of him and like.
So you just ate a little bit of him.
Yeah, and as he does that, he's going to use his aura, his storm aura. He has to make a dex check against my 8 plus proficiency bonus plus constitution, so 13.
He fails.
Okay. And then he takes 1d6 damage. Takes 1 damage. 1 additional damage.
1 additional
It's-
damage.
It's just a little shock. Just a little shock.
Yeah.
Because like expels as he bites down.
So that as you bite onto him, he gets that static, like ah.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
And I think as well, a 6 isn't like enough
Valinor,
to lose a limb or
Valinor
anything.
rubbed his feet.
Yeah. I don't think like a 6 is enough to lose a limb or anything. So instead of like taking like a piece of flesh or something of him, maybe like when your teeth puncture, you just do the whole sucky straw thing. Like...
Yeah.
And so that will lead us back to Paggen enjoying the show.
This is electrified. I mean, this is an electrifying performance. I have to say, I'm you know, this is amazing.
I mean, is anyone actually challenging him or getting in the way?
No, not at all. There's a sailor nearby who is an
calling for help.
I mean,
so-
but there's Kellum keeps looking over his shoulder at Pay and be like,
Are you gonna get in
"Are you
this?
gonna help? Come on!"
Well, yeah, well, you know, I haven't done a lot of acting, but you know, I'll try.
You could use the sword that you have for reasons you don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think, you know, if he sees that, then he assumes that he's being invited in to the performance art.
You know, I've always wanted to be a performer.
Remember, stick them with the pointy end, and if they scream, that means you're doing a good job. They want more.
So I'm going to use my critical
Of
to
course.
hit the nearest bad guy to me.
Who would be one of the deckhands? I will call him Deckhand 2 for reference.
I do.
There you are, you vile villain, you!
And I'm going to do critical damage with my rapier.
So that would add a D. Oh, hang on. What's the second damage for?
Well, because I am a swashbuckler, I can apply in this particular context my sneak attack damage.
Ooh, so you get to roll the sneak attack as well. So add to that 2d6 and 1d8.
All right, let's just roll it again. There you go.
So we need to minus just 2 from that. So that's another 20. So that is 29 damage. And the deckhand goes down. And he turns to look at you and goes, "Ah, why?" And
Amazing. You know, you're phenomenal. You're right. This is, I cannot believe it. I mean, the blood is so realistic. This is incredible. This has been the best day of my life.
Malin, it's time for another death saving throw. I am
Okay,
tempted
bring
to
it.
make you use the nat 1, but you do have a nat 20.
No, I used it for stealth. I
Yes,
only
you
got one
did.
nat 20.
Yes, yes,
I
yes, you
keep
did.
track.
I get
Now
excited
I'm-
when the action ramps up. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's go. Let's. Ah. Please. 11?
That is a success. That's 2 successes and no fails so far. And we go back to the top of the round with Kellum.
Didn't particularly want her to die, so am I happy?
Oh God. I don't know what I want to do. I would like to I would like to go away from Den and move over to Malin.
Okay. I take it you're disengaging, or are you going to take the risk?
Yeah, disengage.
Disengage?
I don't have disengage. Can I use it as an action if I don't have it as a class feat though?
You can use it as a
Yeah.
normal action. It'll take
Yeah,
your normal
that's what I
action.
thought. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna use my action disengage, run over to Malin and like take my rapier. Like I'm going to threaten to kill her. And be like, Den, I haven't murdered anyone, but I will kill her if you don't stop this. I have done nothing wrong. And just try to get him to stop this.
How healthy are you looking right now, Kellum?
Literally half. Exactly half. Don't do it!
He takes a moment, looks at you. He is also being bitten by Balinor, so he's sort of like waving in the air. And whilst he's being bitten, he takes another bolt from his satchel and puts it in his crossbow. The remaining deckhand will run towards Balinor, trying to save his master. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
For 9 piercing damage.
I have resistance.
Yes, you're raging.
I didn't get to use my bonus action. I'm going to use that. Just roll second wind real quick.
Go for it. Go for it. Yep.
I'm scared.
The retroactive second wind. I know it so well.
Yes. Well, I didn't get to use my bonus action, so.
Oh, okay.
Does resistance half the damage?
It does, yes.
Okay.
So that'll be 4.
4.5, so rounded down. Okay.
Yeah. And Ace, struggling with feelings. It's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and attack the dude that Balinor is biting. Again, I don't really care about his name, but we know who he is. And this time, I'm gonna try and do.
He's a
little
named
bit better
character.
at roll 20, but I am gonna use my natural 20 for one of my attack rolls, if that is okay.
Of course.
So that one hopefully hits. That one should be. That one hopefully will also hit.
So the nat 20 will automatically hit. We'll just say, give me 2d6 plus 3 for your second scimitar.
Okay. Well, and I do. Wait. Okay. Because I have two attacks. The dual wielding thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So if the natural 20 is used on the first one, and then this is the second attack.
Okay.
Work?
Yeah, that works fine. That works fine.
Okay. So 2d6 plus 3. That's not a plus. For first, and then for offhand, just 1d6.
Yeah, so if you like, we can take the one that you rolled on the scimitar times 2. We can take that 5 as your second attack if you like, and then the second one is the nat 20.
Sure, that is a lot less typing for me.
That gives you a 16, and Den is looking wounded, but he fixes a bleary eye on Kellum. Do you have
I
any?
really was trying to do my job, Kellum. I promise.
Any extra?
I mean, I don't want to kill a little girl, but we're all doing things we don't like today.
Fair.
Any extra actions for you, Ace?
No, that's it. That's my bonus and my attack. So
awesome. Balinor.
Balinor is going to raise his great sword up, and he's going to strike down Dane. As he does, the scales on his back are going to electrify as another arc of lightning attempts to zap Dane. So he's going to roll another dex save.
Okay, yep. He will do that now. A 12, not enough.
No, misses. So I'm going to roll 1d6. It takes 4 damage. And then we're going to roll two-handed sword. Hold on. Expend the bardic inspiration. Nope. Okay.
I'm afraid not. And so close as well. I got worried when I saw that damage. I thought you might have done him in. But unfortunately, no. He takes the little shock again, this time a bit stronger, and is just like, ah!
Your inspiration's a 1d6.
Oh, damn. Why do I keep thinking 1d4?
It doesn't help, but there you go. I mean,
really nice try.
For transparency.
Yeah, now we know.
Thank you, Roll20 Quantum Roller.
Anything else, Balinor?
No.
Paggen. There is another deckhand who is sort of attacking Balinor. There's also...
hold on. Is Malin stable?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Does she get a death save? Because it would be her turn.
Yeah. No. She's after Pagan.
Oh, okay. I thought she. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Melon last in the order.
Yeah, I rolled terrible.
So, Pagan.
Without us giving it that one, right?
Yeah, that was a natural nat one. It was a
Yeah,
natural
that
nat
was-
one.
Yeah.
Pagan is going to attack the other deckhand.
How about you scallywag?
And I do believe.
He's getting ready to parry.
Oh. I can do another sneak attack with this. So I'm gonna.
An enemy within 5 feet? Yeah, you can. 100%.
So here we go.
So on a 13 damage, Pagan has walked in halfway through, assuming this is some sort of play, and killed 2 deckhands as he just like pierces this guy. I assume in the back. He's facing away from you.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm gonna applaud him again. Masterful performance.
I would
Wow,
not
baby.
like to have Paggen on an actual play. He just go around killing people like, oh, you guys are great.
Yeah. And it does bring us to Melon's turn. Melon, you have 2 successes and no failures. However, I'm going to make you use a nat 1. So you now have 2 successes and 2 failures.
Oh no!
And now we can roll from there if you like, and you can roll to see if you live or die.
Wait, so I have 2 failures now.
Yep, it's the first to 3. You have 2 successes and 2 failures, and I'd like a death
Make
save.
break. You either die or live.
Yeah, this is all or nothing.
Wouldn't she have to? It'd be her next turn. She'd roll then.
Yeah, but nah.
Oh, you're gonna try to.
Yeah,
So mean.
are you guys ready?
I'm not.
19.
Oh, you stay alive.
You stay alive. You live.
Okay.
Then somebody
Okay,
turns around and
Melon,
immediately kills
Melon
her.
is gonna play dead. She's like, I am hurt.
So Kellum currently holding a rapier to Melon's throat.
Playing dead.
Yeah. The minute that he like feels that little bit of life come back, though, he's going to push that rapier in deeper.
No. Can I roll to for performance and see if she
Yes.
like?
Yes. Performance
Okay, I
against
wanna-
perception. Performance against
Yeah.
perception.
Okay.
Ooh.
18.
Well, I'm still holding the rapier there
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Fair enough, but I'm still playing unconscious.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, still looking at Den is like, I'll do it. I'm not a killer, but I'll do it. And Valinor, you need to kill him. I don't want to kill a child. She's a little brat, but I don't want to kill her. And
You
that's
kill
my
her.
turn.
I'm going to rip your skull out, and
Well,
I will
kill-
wear it as a cod piece.
Well, kill him, and I won't have to kill the child. And that's my turn.
I mean, this script is captivating. I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't know who's the writer. I've never. I mean, this is the dialogue is
Callum.
just incredible.
Please take 18 damage. You're muted.
Yeah, that hits definitely.
18 damage.
I don't get to roll the Constitution check for poison.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? Oh, you don't have any nat
I
ones,
mean,
damn it.
No, I'm good.
Come on, chat. Keep me supplied, guys.
I mean, it didn't work anyway. Don't worry. Okay, I'm good. I'm back really low again.
Welcome Isriver, the stream boss, who gives his entitlement of a nat 1 to Balinor.
Aha!
Thank you. I appreciate.
So next up is Ace.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack again just to try and see this through on main dude, and I'll do attack and bonus action again. So do those hit? I hope so.
Oh! You're attacking Den, and please describe how you killed Den whilst Balinor holds him in his jaws.
Rockin'. Okay. Yeah. I'll. Oh gosh. Okay. How? Hey. How are you holding him? I just almost called you Bal. Hey, Bal.
Oh, how am I holding him?
Bal, how are you holding him?
Well,
Like-
I'm not really holding him as I'm kind of squaring off with him because he's not locked in my jaws right now.
Okay. Then I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna slash across his back, so that he just kind of goes limp in your jaws. As
You have a limp person in your jaws. The assassins are down.
Okay, well, immediately fucking Malador is just gonna throw it up in the air and just chomp him in half. Gorse raining down on the deck.
I feel like the camera should pan to Melon. Melon, what?
Just
Yeah.
gory display, blood kind of like splatters all over.
Innocent.
The minute that
dead child.
the minute that Den's dead, Callum pulls the rapier away and like sheathes his rapier and pulls his bow back up on his shoulder.
And Melon, what are you doing in this moment?
Well, when I hear the terrific sound of someone being torn apart and just the guts splattered everywhere, I guess I'm like, yeah, this fight is probably over. And I guess Callum is just gonna hear like, please don't kill me.
Callum is gonna kneel down beside Malin and be like, "Why were you working for him?"
ooh, I cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah, and then she gets to resist.
Can I roll
but
against that?
Yes, you can, and you have
have-
one nat one left, so you can use your
I
nat
have
one.
to
I have-
resist it.
I have
No.
Two left.
You have two?
Yeah, I have two left.
I have to roll against it too. Anyone in a certain range has to roll against it.
I mean, I think we're all gonna. Yeah, let's all tell the truth,
Yeah.
guys.
Melon, you're using your nat one. No way about
Okay.
it. I think you only have one, because correct me if I'm wrong, but Paggen, you took your nat 20, right?
Yeah, okay, then I'm gonna. Okay,
Yes, I
I'm
did.
free. I'm free, except for Zone of Truth. All right.
And that's charisma saving throws for everyone who is rolling those.
13.
Yeah, that'll do it. Just barely.
I don't tell the truth.
So yeah, Balinor and Pagan. I mean, you guys are gonna have to roll it as well, whether it affects you or not. I mean,
Okay, so charisma saving throw.
Balinor, I don't know if you've ever lied though.
I don't know. We may hear a lot more about his past now than we expected to. So
Melon, why were you working for Den?
They were my family.
ooh.
They were your family? What do you mean family? They raised you or?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid.
Oh, it's so good, the plot twist.
So did they set me up for murder? What was the deal with that?
I honestly don't know. I just got a couple of coins for them to lure you guys out on the boat.
you have to
So
tell
you-
the whole truth, Melon, under the zone of truth.
It's the whole truth. All right. I am a trainee. It's like I'm honestly I don't know too much, but
You're training.
I'm a trainee for the assassin thing.
Well, that's, I've always said it's important to have a trade. I mean, this,
Kellen puts his hands on Melon's shoulders. He's like, pick a better route in life.
I don't know. I think you are a phenomenal. I think you're a phenomenal actor. So
Yeah.
I'll see you. I'll come see you any day. You
Yeah,
just
I
tell
was
me
acting-
where.
I was acting dead for like a minute or so.
Yes,
Why don't-
well,
why don't you-
unbelievable. I mean, you
Why
know.
don't you train with Balinor? You'd be a great fighter.
Balinor walks over to Malin, picks her up by the scruff of her
She doesn't look
hair,
you. She looks down. She doesn't look
and
you.
goes over to the side of the ship and dangles her.
Oh.
No, please, please, no.
You
I'm
attacked
sorry.
me. You stabbed me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've killed people for less.
I know, I know I did wrong, and I'm really sorry, and I don't know what to do, and I know you hate me, and I'm super sorry, and
See you
Takes her,
later, alligator.
free screen.
Oh, no.
he takes her and throws her up into the air. And right as she's about to like pass down like from his eyesight, he grabs her again and pulls her back on to the deck.
Bravo, bravo,
She's terrified.
bravo.
As soon as we hit dock, you're going to run away. And I never want to see you again. If I see you, I'm going to kill you.
That's so touching. Yeah, I mean,
Kellum goes up to
the death.
Malin and
the death.
Brutally
digs
honest.
through his pocket and gives her 75 gold and is like, here, it's more than enough to get you somewhere. Don't kill people. It's not good. It gets you in more trouble than it's worth.
Oh,
And you seem like a really like capable young girl.
I do have a question before we part ways too. Do you know from their conversations who framed Kellum?
Don't know it, Adam.
Ah,
No.
Kellum
maybe we should have
wraps
asked that one
his-
before we like killed them all.
Kellum wraps his arm around Ace's shoulder and like pulls her off the to the side of the boat and is like, yeah, actually I killed him.
Oh, wait. Mm.
I just needed to get away. I needed to get rid of the guild.
And that, I
Uh,
think, is almost the
For your
perfect.
honesty?
I mean, you'll get paid.
I think that's the
Oh.
perfect place to wrap up tonight.
If we solved it, then yes, please.
Guys, I really hope you enjoyed that little one shot. That brought me a great deal of joy. You guys had some amazing characters there, and let's go back round. Let's hear about how you guys enjoyed this game. Let's hear about where we can find you online and all the things that you do online, and you can post links in chat and everything because we want to find out where you are. We want to be involved in your zones. We want to be there. And this time, because we went in camera order last time, we'll go. No, we didn't go in camera order last time, did we? We went in random order. So I'll go in camera order this time, and I will go with Zippy first.
How's it going, guys? I'm Zippy_Zippo. You can find me here on Twitch at Zippy_Zippo, where we do a bunch of variety gaming, playing wonderful things like Conan Exiles. We're deep into that MTG Arena beta. But yeah, I bounce around Twitch doing a bunch of D&D. I love playing D&D and all types of role-playing games. You can find me on Video Store Cowboys channel every Tuesday playing City of Mist. We are just about to start our second season next Tuesday, so catch up.
Awesome. And thoughts on the game today? Being backstabbed? You were quite...
It was great. It was wonderful. I was like, oh man, Balinor is just gonna adopt this elvish child because this isn't the first time. Like freaking, I had a Minotaur in one of Grant Ellis's campaigns who had 3 elven daughters. So I was like, this isn't the first time I played something that's supposed to be extremely scary and brutish and just have like a little plucky sidekick. But then she stabbed me, and then he's going to eat her.
He's gonna have some elf stew.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And next up we have Quinn. Hi, Quinn.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm Quinn Sowers, and I'm the creator, writer, and producer of Heroes Not Included. We're a serialized story podcast that's taking place using 5th edition, D&D 5th edition. Right now, we are wrapping up season 3. We're in the plains. We're using the Planescape setting, and we're getting ready to release season 4. We also are a part of Podcasts of Foes, and I just am getting ready to send off our episode, which will debut on Dungeon Delve on the 10th of May. So we had a lot of fun, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it. So check that out on Dungeon Delve, and then at the end of the month, you can check out the episode on our own feed. You can find us on your favorite podcast app, Heroes Not Included. You can also check us out on our website, heroesnotincluded.com. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes Not Included, where we do patron-only podcasts. I do DM guide videos, and I also create NPCs and play kits for people to use who are part of our patron family. And on Twitter, you can find Heroes Not Included on Twitter at HNI_podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Sauwerzian. And I'll put all that in the chat and stuff. But this is it's a lot of fun. I don't get a chance to sit on the other side of the screen very often, so I enjoyed the opportunity to kind of do that. I just love that Paggen had such a great day.
When this goes on YouTube, I'm not calling it whatever I called this episode. I can't even remember now. It's being called Pagan's Day Out. like that's the thing.
Literally, I've played. This is my second game with Quinn, and both games have been his character's great day out. I love it. I'm cool with it.
It's a thing now. It's becoming canon.
It should be like a small series going on.
That's, I think, I just enjoy having an opportunity to be a part of, a group, and I like playing characters that, create lots of opportunity for people to do the things that they do. So, anyway, it's great fun. Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I cannot believe, the talent around here. I mean, it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
You are so bad yourself.
And so next up we have Katie Face.
I'm Katie. You can find me on my own Twitter at KatieFace. I'll put the link in chat. I do social media for Off the Table. It's twitch.tv/off_the table. We're on Twitter at off_the table. We do a weekly DM advice show on Thursdays, where we take topics and we talk about them with a rotating panel of DMs. We'd love to have you involved. We still have a lot of slots open. Just get up with me or get up with us on Twitter. And I'm a member of our D&D 5e show, Tales from Thirst. I'm a member of our Burning Wheel show, Burning Angel, and I'm a member of our Monster Hearts game, The Open Door. We started a whole new season. Tonight we have a show with Matt Mercer. It's very weird saying that still.
That's cool. That's cool.
So crazy.
I don't know. The fact that this is happening is still surreal. Like, one of my best friends runs this channel and is playing in a game with Matthew fucking Mercer. It's strange. It's just weird. I don't know how this happens.
I think like all of you guys in cast, like, I mean, we're all a little community, aren't we? And like, I am so hyped for all of you.
Like I told her,
damn,
I was like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm insanely jealous. Like, I would kill you for that spot. But we started Off the Table in August. I've been with it since the beginning. I'm just more proud than anything, because this is something that's great for all of us. But I still would kill her to play with Matt Mercer.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, I would literally stab her for that.
It's all about that bad boy Grant, though.
Yeah, it is. It's all bad boy Grant for believing in us and doing this. So shout out to bad boy Grant.
Indeed.
I also play in a game every other Saturday on Mort's Magical Wares on Twitter. It's a Dungeon World game. And I'll be in a game tomorrow also on the biggest academy here again. Yeah, I'll be in a pirate game.
Biggest academy so far, indeed. I will update everyone on that one shortly. But in the meantime, let's hear from our resident artist. Hello, Ambly.
Hello. I am the one and only Ambly. I can start with that. I do art. You can find my art on Instagram as Art Ambly. You can find it on Twitter, I think also as Art Ambly, and on ArtStation as Ambly.
I've already linked all of those for you.
Oh, okay, great. So I do characters. I recently started doing some backgrounds, and stuff like that.
Oh shit, she's really good.
Oh, thank you.
10 out of 10. Oh my god. Chat, click on those link right now. Absolutely, like right now.
I'm on it.
Thank you. You can also find me on Scrat's Discord. I hang around there just doing nothing all day. I put out some out there as well. And you can find me on Adam's channel on Mondays, where I'm in the main campaign of the Necromancer's Wish that is held by Alice, where I play a half-elf fighter. What else? I backstab you.
You did great.
This isn't the first time.
I am so like Adam.
Probably won't be the last.
Me like, oh, do you want to betray them? I'm like, fuck yeah.
And then I got to know you, and then it was just like trying to put down your favorite dog.
Yeah. I will give you that heart back now that the game's over.
I love you guys. You guys are great. I must say, like, this is...
I'll just never, I'm never going to trust you again. That's the thing. If we're ever in a game, I cannot trust you ever again.
You played it so fucking smooth, to be fair, like...
So good. I didn't see it coming.
Like, and when Mel and Balinor had, like, these moments, I'm like, oh no! I even wrote to Adam, like, I think when you said, oh, you need to be a fighter and don't trust anyone and stuff like that, I just wrote to Adam, but like, oh my god.
He's going to hate me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Good time.
At the same time. Yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite one-shots so far. So thank you guys for letting me play with you.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming along. And now, last but most certainly not least, am I right in thinking that this is your first one shot? Not only on the channel, but I saw something on Twitter earlier about Renee.
Yeah. So this is a big first for me. This is my first time playing D&D online. Period. So forgive me for some of the roll 20 goofs, but I'm a work on that. Also, this is my favorite time, or my favorite time. This is my favorite time streaming, y'all. It's my first time streaming. So I mean, honestly, to start out for the first D&D game online, first live stream ever, in any capacity, this was really awesome. Like, this set the bar pretty high. Not to mention y'all were great to play with. So, I really appreciate you having me here today. It was a really cool experience. And I think for me, this was like a cool representation of how much I've joined the community lately, and how much I've really gotten invested not only in the game but in the people who play the game. And so this was a big deal to me to be here today. So thank you so much for having me on. Thanks for playing. My name is Renee. I'm the DM for Fate and the Fable Maidens, an all-women D&D actual play podcast that started just a little over 2 months ago now. We just released our 7th episode on Monday. And so it's been really wild just because so much has happened since. And like, I ended up here on a stream with cool people. And I think that's been the best part about it. So thanks, friends. I am on Twitter at Radian R, since someone took Radian forever ago and never uses that account. And then also our podcast.
So bad.
I know, it's so
Haha, it was me.
I know they haven't been on since 2010. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
come on.
I'm Scraticus _. That underscore great.
I know the underscore is so. It's the same with the R for me. So
I'm gaming down EXP because there's no Zippy Zippo anymore.
The podcast can also be found across all social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon at FateFMcast. And yeah, if y'all listen, let us know what you think. We've been having fun so far. So I think that's it. I think that's all. That's all I got for now.
Awesome. Please do also link in the chat because we'd love to come and check out the thing. I mean, this is the first time I've heard of Fate and the Fable Maidens, and I'm excited to come and check it out.
I wrote a little thing, but it's not nearly as prepared as everyone else's because this is my first time doing this. So I typed it out real fast while everyone was talking. So
on that, like, could anyone here tell this was Rennie's first time? Like, no. Like, goddamn. Like,
I mean, your Roll20 mess ups. I have like 400 hours on Roll20. Nowhere near as many as I make. So
yeah, I was so nervous. I was like counting down to this, and I was very excited, you know, because like this is a lot to look forward to, and playing D&D is something I always look forward to. But I was definitely really nervous and like shaking leading up to this. So y'all were very cool and very easy to play with, and like getting into characters. And as soon as Balinor started talking, as soon as Paggen started talking, and then when Malin introduced herself, like I don't know, it sold me really fast. So I'm really glad I got to be here, and thanks for like being here for my first time. Y'all are cool.